we're homestuck today. Unless my voice starts to hurt, in which case we'll probably play like Persona or something. It's Homestuck time. Who's ready, chat? Who's ready? Here it is. I have a massive fucking canker sore in my mouth. This shit sucks. Oh wait, Rivals 2 is having a... Rivals 2 is... Alright, I have a sore throat, so reading Homestuck is not the best idea for having a sore throat. You make quite sure not to caps lock it. You simply pick it up and read it. HEH. A handbook for the imminently deceased. Dig your grave. It is a thick programming manual. HEH is insufferable language to work with. Its logic is composed of nothing but infinite loops, or at best, loops of effectively interminable construction. The above page in the intersection it is code structure. Oh, are we gonna have to learn how to code? What the fuck is this? What have you made me do, Sarova? You have a whole bunch of code samples you've been messing around with on your computer. It's frustrating at best and debilitating to your machine at worst. Leave your room. You step outside your respite block and onto one of your hive's numerous extraterrestrial landing slats. You were allowed to design this hive when you were young, after you emerged victorious from your trials deep in the brooding caverns. You've lived here with your custodian ever since. It's almost as if your people has placed great cultural importance on teaching children to become architecturally adept while very young. It has been this way since ancient times. Getting to build your hive at such a young age, using whatever meandering design you chose, likely has left you jaded to the notion of customizing your abode. You certainly wouldn't get all that worked up about a game that would allow you to do such a thing. At least not for that reason. Hive bent. The lawn rings are empty. Blood skims the voids of your porous cranial plates, as if grazing the hollow of a thresh stem or, say, an abandoned cocoon. A sour note is produced. It's the one Agitaton plays to make his audience squirm. It is your 6th wriggling day, and as with all 5 preceding it, blah 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 blah. Look, you don't have time for fancy poetry. It's almost as useless as those swing flappy things on mailboxes, assuming you even knew what those were, which you don't. Trolls don't have mail. Mail is almost as useless as poetry to them. Poetry is a swing-arm flappy dealy of words, and mail is the red tilty lever doodad of giving people shit. Skimming voids or grazing hollows or whatever. You've got ambition. You're meant to be a big shot. Big shot. To be in charge of something huge and really important and to be completely ruthless about it. You just haven't found the dominion in which you're destined for greatness yet. Or even a vague concept of it. You haven't found your purpose, but you will tonight. You stew in your own impotent aggravation in the cool dusk breeze. During the dark seasons, it remained dusk for most of the day. It can't stay dark for many bi-lunar peregrines at a time, but even if it didn't, you would still have this feeling. You have a feeling that it's going to be a long night. And it's at your computer station. What? Check out the magazine. It's the latest issue of Game Grub. This one seems to boast about exclusive leaks. They all boast about that. You're not even sure what that means. The Thresh Prince of Bel-Air. What? Why is he holding a sickle? What the fuck does this mean? Chief Executioner Cadet. He sasses up the blue bloods in his flay squad pretty good. Their blood is literally blue. Lousy snobs. Troll Will Smith shows them all how to loosen up. He's pretty much your hero. Troll TV has shorter titles than Troll Movie because TV is a much newer form of media in their society, which is a good thing because it would be pretty hard to make this funny joke otherwise. Okay, time to mess around and get some work done. Maybe a little programming or, oh god, it figures that installing this new beta chat client would open the floodgates. All your Moran friends are going to be hounding you relentlessly. Not that they needed an excuse before. You wonder what this chump wants. What is up, my inverted brother? What in the sweet almighty taint chafing fuck do you want? I'm gonna start saying that, taint chafing. Not a motherfucking thing, bro. Other than I'd be checking out how my best motherfucking friend is at, yo. I can't really stand you and I hate how you type. It just bothers me so much. Have you mentioned that? You say it pretty much every time you talk, yeah. But, I don't have to, see? But I mean, man, this feels so motherfucking unnatural and shit. You just gotta be going with what feels right, where your heart's at, you know, best friend? I wonder what kind of shitty thing I did to deserve an awful best friend. Or maybe what terrible thing I'm going to do and get punished for in advance. Maybe I'm just like preemptively the worst fucking piece of trash who ever lived. And don't even know it yet. But hey, look, your friendship is exhibit A, I guess. It's such a beautiful thing, this troll disease called friendship. Friendship is like isn't a disease shit sponge. It's like a mistake, a big joke of nature. It's a miracle. Oh no, don't. Don't start with the miracles again. Man, everywhere I look, all I see is motherfucking miracles. It's so spiritual, these miracles and shit. Okay, like just me taking these fucking tits bottle of fucking Fago I just cracked open. And I was being all like hissing and shit. Motherfucking hissing, man. Who went and told it to do that? Who went and told it to do that? How do you even do that? It's crazy. It's a miracle. It's carbonation, you ignorant douche. Try getting schooled sometime instead of slurping down the weird swill all day and fondling your stupid horns. No, bro. I don't want to know. Don't even tell me. Knowing shit just steals up all the fucking magic from my miracles like a motherfucking thief. And that ain't cool. The only miracle is that you like that disgusting sludge. Where do you even get that stuff? Actually, you're right. There are miracles everywhere. I've been a fool. See, man, straight up telling you. Miracles. It's like, alright, computers, right? What the fuck? Miracles is what? Fuck you. Fuck you for me just reading that. Anyway, what's up with your bad self? For serious here. Is there something big all going on? What? I heard something big was all going down. Just so I'll be telling all what motherfucking it's up and all about. Stop saying all. Are you talking about TA's thing? Yeah, fuck yeah, man. So mysterious. I'm never getting ceased to be amazed by all these fucking mysteries life's got for us. Anyway, I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I'll talk to him tonight about it. Maybe I won't. It's probably just another one of his projects that winds up being completely useless and a huge waste of my time. Yeah, maybe, but he's your best friend though, so it's all cool. Anyway, I thought this sounded pretty big, pretty big motherfucking deal, my man. Never mind. I just fucking did like to scare the shit out of myself for first. These damn horns. You've got to get rid of those things. They make it more embarrassing to be around you, which is a friggin' miracle that that's even possible. Like, wow, sure cooked up a doozy here. Twinkly-eyed son of a bitch just keeps you guessing, doesn't he? Man, you want to give my horns a good squeeze. Actually, you know what would be the miracle to end all miracles? It would be if I ever meet a kid I despise more than you. That'll make me motherfucking convert. I'll see light so bright I'll need GC to walk me around so I don't bump into shit. Sign me up for your idiotic clown religion, okay? Haha, you fucking got it, brother. Whoa, what the motherfuck? Who's this motherfucking motherfucker? Homestuck if it was written by... It's cool. Life is like that sometimes. It's just full of mystery. You'll be doing one thing and something else just hits you like that and you roll with it. That's what you do when life hands you lemon. You sure as fuck don't make lemonade because who the fuck knows where that fucking shit comes from? It's squeezed out of miracles, is where. So what's this motherfucker's name? Your name is Gamzee Makra. You get pretty excited by clowns of a grim persuasion which may or may not be in full possession of their mental faculties. You belong to a rather obscure cult which foretells of a band of rowdy and capricious minstrels which will one day rise on a mythical paradise planet that does not exist yet. The beliefs of this cult are somewhat frowned upon by those dwelling in more common law rings, but you don't care. You got to be going with what feels right and weighs your heart's up in. You like to practice on your one wheel device, which you are god awful at because your feet do not reach the pedals. You enjoy a fine beverage and like to do a little baking sometimes. You've got all these horns all over the place, and sometimes you step on them and scare the shit out of yourself. You like to chat a lot with your best friend Karkat, who's usually pretty cranky, but he's your best friend. You have other great friends who you like a lot. Your troll tag is terminally capricious, and you speak in a manner which is just a little bit whimsical. You snag a bottle of Fago. To consume the beverage is what your fellow devotees refer as kicking the wicked elixir. It is capsulized through your miracle modus. You have absolutely no idea how this thing works, and you don't want to know. What? You take your husk top. Sometimes you just like to pick stuff up and watch the colors. It's so beautiful. Life is beautiful. You decide to give this diabolical contraption another thought. Maybe one of these days you'll get more suited to your proportions. For now, this is all you have to work with. You just have to figure out how to stay on the thing without flying off the handle. You do some sort of acrobatic pirouette off the handle and into a big fucking pile of horns. Sample delicious pie on the counter. It's still piping on, but you can't help yourself. You sneak a taste of the soper lime pie. You aren't supposed to eat that slime. It does funny thing to a troll's head, but you never taught that on account of a lousy upbringing. Your custodian was always out to sea. This is where he is now. Maybe you go outside and see if you can spot him. You grab a juggling club. You're going to need it if you're going to go out. It is dangerous to leave unarmed. You leave your hive and head out to the beach. There's no sign of your custodian. You should not stay out too very long. The sea dwellers are quite hostile. Someone is bugging you. This is exciting. You're always down for when someone is shooting the wicked shit with anyone who will put up with you. Now, if only you can figure out how to get your husk up out of this stupid thing. It'll be a miracle if you can manage. You say a short prayer to your mythical messiahs and splash a pint of a pinch of special stardust on your face. Your Silvex launches your beverage far, far into the ocean. You wonder if you can sort of just reach over and... Hey gummies, you want to play gummies with me? Oh, games. Hey gummies, you want to play games with me? Yeah, that sounds like the motherfucking shit, bitches. I'm sure it is hard to ignore the weird things you say sometimes, but I'm gonna. The only reason I'm asking you to, because your name is like Game. And no other reason. Get it? Haha, well, I've heard of worse fucking reasons to be getting all about to do something. Honk. No, that should bother you, that reason. Why don't things like that bother you? No wonder Vantas can't stand you. But who cares about him? We're gonna have some motherfucking shitty bitches playing together or whatever you said. So what's this game I heard about? The Big Mystery? Yeah. Whoa. Okay, this is gonna be fucking insane, but can we play a little later? I'm outside keeping an eye out here for the old goat. You know how it is with family. No, not really. Oh yeah. Way to go. How does that stupid bottled syrup of yours taste with your hoof so far up your mouth? Sorry. Anyway, I'll go inside a while. Why don't you get Karkat to fire up that motherfucker with you? He likes games. Oh no! God, can you imagine all the bitching and moaning? I used to try to play some with him, but wow, did I learn my lesson. Alright, well, I'll try to get in and on my chill real soon and we can play. Just give me a minute. Bullshit. You're not just gonna sit down on the beach and space out and lose track of time. Hello? Gams? What? Oh man, sorry. I spaced out. Did you know how beautiful the sound of the ocean is? Have you ever seen the ocean? Or I mean, smelled it? Sorry. Finally, some peace and quiet. Now you can bear down on your coding. This will surely last all evening. Centaur's testicle? What? There's a motherfucker in this called Centaur's testicle? You real one ATH products you started recently. You're still horsing around with the conditions for terminating the loops. What many ATH coders do is import finite constructs and bind the loops to their lifespan. For instance, the main loop here will terminate on the death of the universe, labeled U. That way, you only have to wait billions of years for it to end instead of forever. You have bound a subloop to the lifespan of the code's author, which is you. Any routine at the end will execute when you die. You figure might be handy for coding something to release a final will and testament, or maybe some doomsday virus. You spend a lot of time thinking of ways to make the perfect doomsday virus. Conveniently absent from ATH's extensive import library are entities with short lifespans, like a rapidly decaying particle that only lasts a millisecond sure would be handy, or even a fruit fly or something. But no, coding with this language is all about finding ways to trick it into doing what you want. That's coding with any language, to be honest. As someone who's done coding, that's coding with any language. Your hacker buddy is obnoxiously good at it. He sent you some files which you still don't understand, but you're not going to admit that. He's even better at making viruses than you, which really gets you stuck in your nook. This code, when executed, immediately causes the user's computer to place a curse on the user forever, along with everyone he knows and everyone he'll ever meet. Not surprisingly, later on you would run this code in a fit of stupidity. You don't know how he does stuff like this. What does this even mean? It's nonsense. Is it even syntactically viable? Are you allowed to color text like that? Maybe you should ask him about it another time. Oh, who's the devil? He is bugging you about something. Time to put on your game face and pretend you don't think very highly of his abilities. KK, don't flip your shit about this, but I'm setting you up to play a game with some people. Why would I flip my shit about that? Because you flip your shit about everything. Well, when you look at this, here's my shit, and yet it remains unflipped, just sitting there on the skillet, getting burned on one side. It's a miracle. Oh no, are you into miracles now too? Because if you are, you're fired preemptively from the game. Fuck no. Okay, nice. Miracles are like poop stains on God's underwear. Making fun of people's religions is the best thing to do. That's why he hides them. They're fucking embarrassing. God launders in mysterious ways. Right on, but let's shut our mouths for a second and think about this game and talk about this game. It'll only be a second because you don't have to do too much. Okay, good, because I'm pretty busy tonight. What is this thing anyway? What are the secrets? Well, the short story is that it's an immersive simulation you play with a group. The long story is that the fate of our civilization depends on on us playing it. I guess the long one was shorter than the long one. It was shorter than the short one. That sounds like melodramatic bullshit, but coming from you, color me unsurprised. Screw you, Vantas. This shit is more real than Kraft grub sauce. Right, okay, so you made this game? No, more like I adapted it. From what? Some crazy technology AA dug out of some ruins. Haven't you talked to her about it? Man, no, I can't talk to her. She's so spooky. I don't know why most of her friends are such weirdos. Probably it's because most trolls are. If you heard what I heard every night, I mean, wow, fuck. No, let's not talk about your weird mutant brain, and don't scan mine or whatever. It's off limits, you douche. You douche. I've told you like a billion times, I can't do that, you nub slurping fuckpod. Why are you two up to this secret stuff? Why haven't you told me anything about this? KK, I'm sorry, but it's kind of a private matter between me and her, and I'd appreciate it if that was respected. Oh God, stop being so sensitive. It's a repugnant quality. Okay, how about you take your own advice? You are such a blubbering hypocrite. You're lucky I'm so fucking magnanimous and charitable. Otherwise, there's no chance I'd waste my time on you. What a load of shit. This act that you actually think you're a hotshot. You know you hate yourself. Nobody hates himself more than you, idiot. Yeah, well, I hate you way more than I hate myself. And that's fucking saying something. In fact, I hate you more than I hate myself, and you hate yourself combined. And you hate me combined. Oh, fuck. That noise in every leaking orifice. It's got, I hate. The combined product of you and myself more than anything you could be ever begin to hate me and myself and you and yourself on the worst day, so fucking deal with it. Bro is just saying words. Bro is saying a bunch of nothing. Entire goddamn word salad over here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put some canker sore cream on. Now that now go to for a little while, let it dry. So we're gonna take a quick pause. The Pokemon creator is transphobic? Am I reading that? What the fuck? Okay, no more Pokerog on stream. Alright. Sorry. I was just letting the canker sore cream dry. Now I can talk easier, I think. Okay, time out for the idiot. The idiot gets a timeout and shut up for a second. That's you. Just tell me what to do about this game. Well, I'll send you a download soon. I'm setting up two teams, like two separate competing teams, so there's a better chance of at least one group winning. And also, I guess, to see which one can win faster. Let me guess, there's a red team or a blue team, right? Yeah, you're on the red team. I will be the leader of the blue. Okay, then I guess I can pick my teammates then. Bro, you're not the red team leader. I picked GC for that. What? Dude, I did not think you'd be interested in this. Don't act all offended. Oh, wow, I see. Really fucking clever picking the blind girl to lead your team you're competing with. I knew you were cheater you're competing with. I knew you were cheater, lowlife, basic fucking scumbag with no scruples or self-esteem and were basically worthless on every level, but somehow I'm still disappointed in you. Yeah, I'm such an idiot for not rewarding your bubbly personality and impeccable people skills with a leadership gig. What an inconsiderate knuckles ponged asshole I have been. I'm a hatch leader and you know it. I know your filthy flap is fluttering in the profane breeze that is shooting out your stinking meal tunnel. I do know that much. How do you get out of your cocoon in the morning and know you're the worst thing the universe was ever responsible for? Also, it must be hard with your set of hands to persistently bothering every mutated set of generals peppering that. What? This is so immature. I'm basically just laughing at how immature you are. Like, I'm really gonna fuck who the red leader is. You want to be the leader? Fine. Go talk to GC about it. I guess these conversations we have do get embarrassing in retrospect. Are we not friends anymore because of the stuff I said? You literally ask me that every time. Are you joking? I can't even tell anymore. It's a joke, Warren. Honestly, I'm just glad no one else is privy to our conversations. Actually, why don't we make a pact to delete this one from our logs? I'm just shuddering here, scrolling up and reading this. Yeah, okay. Sounds like someone downstairs is getting pretty crabby. This is not an encounter you're looking forward to. You put it off. You probably put it off as long as you can manage. Who's this young lady? Is this Terezi? Right. Your name is Terezi Pyro. You're pretty enthusiastic about dragons, but you have a particular affection for their colorful scales, which you gather and use to decorate your hive. Though you live alone, deep in the woods, you surround yourself with a variety of plushy pals known as scalemates. You often spend your days with them in rounds of live-action role-playing. You used to engage in other various forms of more extreme role-playing with your other friends before you had an accident. What? You take an interest in justice, holding particularly fascination in orchestrating the demise of the wicked. You've taken up a study of brutal Alternian law and surround yourselves with legal books. You have no need for copies printed in troll braille because you can smell and taste the words. You hope one day to join the honorable ranks of the legislaturators. Your troll tag is GC, and you speak with the numerals the blind prophets once used. You are presently the leader of the red team, poised to begin a mysterious game with 5 other friends, in direct competition with another 6 of your friends comprising the blue team. What will you do? Begin LARPing immediately. It's pretty hard to live action roleplay when there is no one else who is alive nearby, but all your scalemates are alive to you. At least you have to pretend to believe that to annoy people. You prepare to begin a new campaign for one of your favorite scenarios, court block drama. His honorable tyranny resides. On trial is an especially detestable velop, Senator Lemon Snout. You have sparred with the scumbag before. Tonight he faces justice. You play the role of a prosecuting attorney. On Alternia, there is no such thing as a defense attorney or defense. In a court block, the word defense itself is offensive. Most of the interrogation is intimidating silence. Slap him around a bit. Slap. You don't want to slap too hard. Enough to sting, but not to bruise. It must be methodical, businesslike, and persistent. You only stop when you smell tears. Mr. Senator, you smell very nice. Your luscious yellow scales are like the sweetest gumdrop to the prosecution's nose, but your deceit stinks. Did you honestly think you could dip your corpulent snout into the imperial beetle coffers like that and get away with it? Did you think your revolting abuse of the public trust would go unnoticed? Think again, good senator. While the prosecution may be blind, rest assured the League of Legislators sees all. Oh, well played, Lemon Snout. Well played. The prosecution key witness murdered. How convenient. The court block has little choice but to acknowledge your cunning. You've earned just a tiny sliver of your respect back. For now. But wait. Shocking development. Oh my, what do we have here? The prosecution begs your pardon, dear Senator, but you appear to have dropped something. A personal satchel, perhaps, chock full of illicit, embezzled beetles, which you have the unmitigated cheek to waltz before his tyranny, concealed beneath your ill-gotten finery. The prosecution requests a short recess from his honorable tyranny, so that all law-abiding and mother grub-fearing citizens may go outside and puke. You're flipping a coin to decide his sentence. As the prosecutor, it is your job to reach a final verdict and sentence the reprehensible felon while his tyranny watches in silence and submits grim approval. But you take pity on this miserable bureaucrat. You're feeling merciful. You'll give me a fighting chance. You'll flip a double-headed troll Segar to decide his fate. You often do this while making important decisions, kind of like Batman's nemesis, Two-Face, or that guy from No Country for Old Men. It turns out there are a lot of badasses out there flipping coins, but those are Earth things and you've never heard of them. It's safe to say you borrowed this gimmick from one of the many troll things out there that's got hard-boiled dudes flipping coins for major stakes. You base the habit on which one smells the most badass. The coin tumbles through the air. Lemon Snout is sweating bullets. A favorable flip. The senator exhales in relief. What are you so happy about, Mr. Lemon Snout? He looks a bit confused. He quivers as Lowly promises at the coin. See? The coin has exonerated him. Coin? What coin? Surely you jest, Mr. Senator. The prosecution sees no coin. She's blind, remember? And now we're hanging her. Blind jokes! Cool! Funny! Adjourn. Another triumph for justice. The court is adjourned. You offered your final salutations to his tyranny in a customary manner. Okay, that's not customary at all. You're just kind of weird. It's just that your red chalk is the most delicious chalk. You cannot get enough of it. Anyone who says there is a more delicious chalk out there simply reeks of deceit. You sure did have to go through a lot of trouble to do that. You take your walking cane, which you use as a weapon, kind of like Earth Daredevil, who you've never heard of. You will use it to wall up enemies when you enter the medium. Like this. Your nose begins scouring your... That's disgusting. So you can start playing. Not her, not either. Definitely not that guy. How about this girl? You like to roleplay her sometimes via chat. You pretend you're a member of the mysterious and noble Dragony Drace. Well, she does her own goofy thing. You don't have it in your heart to tell her that your chat RPing is meant facetiously. I mean facetiously. GC lands on your whelping stoop and raps on your cave with her noble and elegant talon, and once with her mighty snout for good measure. AC saunters from her dark cave, a little bit sleepy from the recent kill. She uses one of her mouths to lick the fresh blood off her paws and the other one to blow you a kiss. Great! GC, with a mighty whisk of her mighty tail, plucks the kiss out of the air and pockets it in an enchanted rucksack for later to do something magical like make goblin wishes come true. Yes, AC finds that to be a most admirable use of a kiss. She thinks that goblin wishes need to come true too, just like any other kind of person's wishes. What the fuck is this? AC begs your pardon while she rips apart this tasty beast to prepare a meal for her cubs. GC eyes the beast hungrily and mightily. Uh-oh. GC eyes the beast hungrily and mightily. Eyes the cubs hungrily and mightily, especially mightily. Don't you dare! I mean, AC shouts, "Don't you dare!" indignantly. But it is too late. GC scoops up a plump cub with her glistening majestic tail and flies off magically. The innocent cub is crying and crying and crying. AC says no and looks a bit crestfallen. AC gets a clever idea to slake the majestic dragon's mighty hunger. She prepares the lion's shale of the slain armored cholar bear for GC. GC's magnificent curiosity has been piqued. Is it a bull cholar bear? Oops, she asked that. AC pauses a moment. She's a furry. This. Oh my fucking god. And nods knowingly with a couple of smug grin on her face. She confirms it is indeed the bulliest of bears. GC Instant loses interest in the puny cub and drops it to the ground far below. But as it happens, the really cute cub lands in a bush safe and sound. Phew. GC's alarming and splendiferous girth settles over the succulent color bear steak. When she finishes the savory red meat, she lifts her proud wise head and opens her great big mouth and speaks the ancient tongue of 1,000 wisdom. She says, "Hey, do you want to play a game with me?" AC crinkles up her nose and prepares for a really unprecedented marathon of baffling feline obstinacy. Her dragon Decida will make neither rhyme nor reason of her perplexing behavior for either an instant. No, that was a real question. Do you want to play a game? Oh, hee hee. Okay, if you mean a computer game, then yes, that sounds fun. Okay, you can be on my team. Team, who else is playing? I haven't decided yet. A whole bunch of us in two teams. Oh, well, it does sound like it will be a lot of fun, but I should get permission first. Blar, that's so stupid. He's not the boss of you. I know, but I'm still kind of scared of him, and I think perhaps it's best to just run it by him first so that isn't a kerfuffle about it or anything. This is stupid and such a terrible myriad of dumb ways. You shouldn't be afraid of anyone. You shouldn't kill big animals with your own hands. In any case, he lives nowhere near you, so the whole thing is extra stupid. I know, but I don't think it'll be a big deal. I'll just mention it casually and it'll be fine. I'm sure we can play just a little bit. Fine. In the meantime, I'll go round up some more people to play. Okay. Hey, gamers, you want to play games with me? Okay. Oh no, not Carcat. You were only going to ask him as a last resort. You wonder what he wants. You would try to avoid mentioning the game. Hopefully he hasn't caught wind of it yet. Hey, guess what? Big news. Like, holy shit, stop the presses. This is a humongous deal sort of news. Blah, what is it? You're not the red team leader. That's me. I'm the leader. It's been decided on an official basis. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to make a big stink about this and say what I want to be the leader. What? No, I mean, you can, but it won't do any good because I'm the leader, and that's all there is to evacuate the protein shoot on the matter. Well, it may surprise you that I don't give a crap who gets to be the leader because, unlike you, I actually have a smidgen of maturity and self respect. That's a lie. You're more of a melodrama spaz queen than me, and you know that, and you know it. And this stuff you're saying is a pretend stunt. You're like a rocket propelled maggot spring loaded on the ass of a psychedelic fucking freak out weasel on idiot drugs. Oh, leader, me. Karka, I don't care. You can be the stupid leader. I just want to play the game. Okay, if it's any consolation, I have now selected you to be my second in command. Really? Swoon. Fuck you, offer rescinded. Okay, but seriously, I would have suggested you be the leader, but honestly, it comes with serious responsibilities, and I wasn't sure if you were up for it. How could you think that? I'm an incredible leader with all kind of prioritization and command skills. I'm gonna rock the cock off this weather vane, and the blue team will wish they never slivered out of the mother grub's heinous undulating asshole. What? Okay, just give me the full briefing. What do you know? Okay, the thing you need to know is the leader starts out with running the client application, while I, the lowly second officer, connects with you via the server, and I remain generally in awe of your manly grandeur. As I sit at my computer doing mental chores in support of your heroic escapades, which honestly I don't think you're ready for, but whatever. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was made for. Being in charge of adventure, running around and stuff, and fucking shit up like a goddamn hero with a ripper rasp in his jock. Let's get cracking here, launching your server or whatever. I'll install the hero program. The client. Yeah. Okay, if you insist. Far be it from me to stop you from being so dashing and courageous, and to be perfectly honest, a little bit handsome. Yes, exactly. Now you are making sense. This is the kind of thing that sane people say. Keep trying. Keep at it. There's hope for you yet. Okay, I'll try it. Anything to get you before you stop being such a baby? What's a baby? Oh, it's like a mythical little pink monkey. Something that my Lucis dreams about. I thought you didn't have one. I don't. Yeah, I'm not allowed to. Why not? Why not? Why have you never mentioned this anyway? Honestly, Chelsea, it sounds like more frothing loony block nonsense. And if I did have one, it would mean the world was coming to an end. Oh, thank God, you just said something normal. I was starting to worry there. Phew, back in sane land. It's true. I don't completely understand it, but that's what it told me. We need to get you out of the goddamn tree and into a proper goddamn lawn ring. You've been stunted living up there by the whispers of fucking bark gnomes or something. I think one of my neighbors was just cold recently. Maybe you could live there. No way, screw lawn rings. More like yawn rings. I love my tree. But you're welcome to visit sometime. It's especially nice in the third autumn. Oh, well, speaking of that, I should go downstairs and deal with this grumpy customer. It's gonna fondle major seed flap, but hopefully it'll be quick. You can establish your connection and do your trivial sidekick stuff, I guess, in the meantime. What? After the Night of Blood's heroic arrival in the land of pulse and haze, you quickly craft a new weapon. Home, smell you later, plus some other new stuff. You can see me, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture. No, I can't see you, dumbass. Yeah, anyway, press your nose against your slobbery screen and tell me what's wrong with this picture. How many more pages until the sex scene? What? There's a sex scene? Excuse me? Am I allowed to show that on stream? Excuse me? Oh, baby. It smells pretty terrible. That's because you just took a hard drag of my... load gaper, which I just, for some reason, I've just discovered outside on this little island. You mean your toilet? Well, ooh la la, excuse my disdain for your blue-blooded vernacular. What color's your blood? Whoa, none of your business. Seriously, that was unbelievable. Seriously, that was a serious question? Unbelievable. I'll find out someday. What is your obsession with colors? It's bad enough that you waste all my hard-earned grist rambling my hive around like that, not even the direction of the fucking gate. But then you go and spend it on an ugly paint job. I killed lots of imps for that grist. Karkat, please, don't pretend that you didn't enjoy going around killing things, and that you wouldn't enjoy killing a whole lot more, prancing around with your little sticks being all adorable. Yeah, right, more like adore bloodthirsty. I'm prancing around being that, okay? Anyway, this is awful, and it is no way for a leader to be treated. Sorry, this is what you wanted. The leader is the first one in. This is what the leader is supposed to do. No, this is not anything for what bullshit, except for what bullshit is. A leader isn't supposed to be at the mercy of the hive renovation whimsy of an unhinged blind girl. When do I get the chance to fuck up someone's hive? I should be the next one to connect to a client. No, you can't. You have to be the last one to connect to complete the chain. More lies. Think of it this way. I'm your server player, so priority has to be on me getting in the game before I get killed by meteors, in which case you'd be screwed in there. Then the next guy comes in, and then the next, and then you bring the last one in. Whoa, what? Meteors? What the fuck are you talking about? What does this have to do with meteors? Oh boy, you need to get with the program. Have you talked with AA? AA what? Apocalypse Arisen, sorry. Or what? Or C4? Or 4G, I guess? Or C4? Really, like, there's a whole conspiracy about this as I'm finding out. Well, why don't you just tell me so I don't have to talk to any of these double talking assholes? I can't. I gotta step out of the tree for a moment. When I come back, I will enter the game. See ya. A little while ago. They have a fucking frog building temple too? What? Huh? I need to use the bathroom. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I need to mentally process what the fuck is going on. I got a snack. Hello. Not the frog temple. I'm not sure why you did that, really. There probably turned out to be a reason. There's a reason for everything. Understanding this lets you be reckless, whoever you are. Rubbish from the land dwellers makes you sick, whoever you are. And later still. We return to the land of Pulse and Haze so that we can rewind a bit. Before that pin got slapped on your hive, and before that mysterious hole was made. How did that hole get there? It is when Karkat ran TA's cursed ATH program and his computer blew up. That's what happened. We'll see this happening later. It'll be startling and unexpected. You get downstairs and confront your custodian, which is another name for a frightening beast known as a Lutus Naturae. Your Lucis has looked after you from when you were very young in lieu of any biological parents whom you have never known. No young troll actually ever knows his or her blood parent, nor could such lineage ever be accurately traced. Adult trolls supply their genetic material to the filial pails carried by Imperial drones and offered to the monstrous mother grub deep underground. She then combines all the genetic material into one diabolical incestuous slurry and then lays thousands of eggs at once. Cool. They hatch into young larval trolls which wriggle about to locate a cozy stalactite from which to spin their cocoon. After they pupate, the young troll with either her newfound limbs undergoes a series of dangerous trials. If they survive, they are chosen by a member of the diverse and terrifying subterranean monster population native to Alternia. This troll becomes this creature becomes the troll's lusus, and together they surface and choose a location to build a hive. The building process is facilitated by carpenter droids left on the planet to cater to the young, but only for building. They're on their own otherwise. The majority of adult trolls are off-planet, serving in some role of ongoing imperial conquest, besieging other star systems in the name of Alternian glory. The culture and civilization on the homeworld is maintained only by the young. Trolls sure are weird. Is there supposed to be sound here? It says Showdown Toby Fox. Oh! You leap into the domestic fray and attempt to mollify your nannying aggressor. After a lot of kicking and fussing and gnashing of the teeth of carapace, you pull out a few chilled roe cubes from the fridge to calm the beast down. Trolls and their custodians have a particular arrangement of codependence. The Lucius behaves as a line-flirting bodyguard, caretaker, and visceral sort of mentor, while the young troll must learn to function as a sort of zookeeper. We decide to agree this conflict is not big enough to warrant a detailed examination of the action or an embedded musical accompaniment. We also agree that while it would have been pretty sweet, we were also in a hurry, but if it were to be accompanied by something audible, it would probably sound something like this. We decided to listen to that track, close our eyes, and imagine what could have been. Alright, let's see what Toby Fox was cooking. Okay. I get the vision. I get the vision. Did he just never finish the song? Wow, that was sure awesome. Anyway, moving on. In fact, we were in such a hurry, you'd say we need to get moving. On the double. Yeah. This is a pretty cool dude, okay? Some people seem to think he's cool, sometimes. He guesses they're right. I mean, maybe, if they say so. Actually, you know what? They're right. This guy's dynamite lit in a box of hot shit. Screw the haters. Anyway, why is he standing around being all chill, like cool dudes are supposed to do sometimes, when they're not moping around or nursing migraines or whatever? Cool dude like this probably has a really cool name, or at least a name that doesn't completely fucking suck. At least not the kind of name that belongs to someone you'd like to wail on. Maybe the kind of name that makes you cringe a little, but you guess you can deal with it if you've got to. It's just the guy's name. It's not like it really matters. Who cares? But it probably wouldn't tell you what it was if you asked. He'd be way too moody for that. In fact, this guy probably thinks you've got some attitude and probably doesn't want a damn thing to do with you. You could always try to guess his name, but instead of that, here's a better idea. Why don't you just fuck off and go to hell? Here, name this broad instead. Okay, what's her name? Wait, you gotta be kidding me. Looks like we're going back to the other guy. Okay, hang on. What? It appears this cool and moody dude had a change of heart. He feels pretty bad about flying off the handle like that, as if Shid wanted nothing to do with the handle. Shit would like to reconcile with the handle and perhaps seek marital counseling. So what's his name gonna be? Your name is Sonic's captor. You're apeshit at computers, and you know all the codes. All of them. You're the unchallenged authority in aquaculture, API culture, networking. And though all your friends recognize your unparalleled achievements as a totally sick actor, you feel like you could be better. It's one of a number of things you sort of beat yourself up about for no very good reasons during sporadic and debilitating bipolar mood swings. You have a penchant for bifurcation, for logic in life. Your muted mind is haunted by the psychic screams of the imminently deceased. Your visions foretell of the planet's looming annihilation, and yet, unlike the typical sightless prophet of doom, you are gifted with vision twofold, for now. You've developed a new game via code parsed from the runes and glyphs in an ancient underground temple. You believe this game to be the salvation of your race. Though you're not sure how yet. To ensure success, you will distribute the game to two teams of friends, a red team and a blue team. You will lead the latter group. Your troll tag is Twin Armageddons, and you tend to speak with a bit of a lisp. What will you do? You keep throwing stars to strife specimens. Why would you do that? A high-level psionic has no need for a particular specimen allocation. You make short work of the specimens and, oh god, one of your B-house mainframes. The silicone was sliced cleat by a foolish maneuver. What were you thinking? The workers pair up and dance angry messages to you in binary code. Ha ha ha. No, you do not, under any circumstances, eat the mind honey. The consequences are quite pleasant. You cultivate this honey for your luscious. It helps him not be such a complete idiot all the time. Merely most of the time, instead. Nap time. He was always up to your nook in the newest and hottest games. It is hard to walk around this place without squishing them. Whenever that happens, you're screwed, and you just have to grow a new one from scratch. Or pirate it, you guess. But tonight is no night for games. Well, okay, it is, but it's for one game in particular, and this game is no joking matter. It is delirious bug nasty. TZ, you want to be leader of one of the teams? Oh, you mean for your game to save the world? Yeah. Okay, I picked the red team. Okay, I didn't say anything about a red team, or even that there were two teams, but fine. Obviously, you're going to set up red and blue teams. Come on. You don't know what I'm going to do. Stop being as though you can read my mind. It's not a power you have. Your strength of being blind and tricking people and stuff. And I guess being generally savvy and decent at other stuff, but that is why I'm picking you and not some other fucking schlub from Idiotville. Solix, please, you're on my Mr. Appleberry Blast, and everyone knows those are your favorite flavors, even though you type in yucky mustard, which is weird. Maybe there's more to me than you think. Maybe I'm not the two-trick hoofbeat that you want to make me out as. Maybe I'll just want to give the red and blue thing a rest for change, and not make it look not make it so it's like, oh look, it's that predictable fuck with those two stupid colors. It's amazing how much everyone fucking hates him. Maybe red and blue aren't that great and I hate them. Suddenly, have you ever thought of that? Maybe I'm more of an auburn guy, plus whatever that putrid color you type with. What is that, turquoise? Maybe it's making me turquoisey. Maybe the new name for that color is Summer Shithead Mist. Have you considered that? But I'm sticking with red and blue, so maybe you should suck on it. Maybe is a stupid word. Maybe that's the big maybe we should all ponder tonight over some hot shut the hell up T34. Key. Okay. So you think I'm savvy? Yeah, I think so. Pick out whatever you want for the red team, and I'll lead the blue team. I'll send you the download soon. Talk to you later. Wait, maybe you should tell me more about the game first. How exactly are we saving the world? I don't know yet. Just know that I just know what I've seen in my vision, that the world will end and our whole race dies, and this is how we save it. And AA can back me up on this, so don't be all doubting me about this. I'm not doubting you. I think you're right, mostly. Well, what does mostly mean? Well, when you talk about how you're going to die soon. I am going to die. I mean, we all are, but especially me. I'm going to get my ass served to me twofold. Double the service, like two dudes on Double Butler Island, getting worked over by a Siamese twin massage. But before I go blind, I'm gonna go. But before I die, I'm gonna go blind like you. It has to happen like that. I'm not sure why, but I think it's like fulfilling some requirement for a true prophet of doom. In order for the visions to be right, that has to happen, and the universe will make sure it will. It's kind of like how a prophet earned his stripes by being blind, like how an angel earns his wings. What's an angel? Some terrible mythical demon with these awful feathery wings. Yikes. Paradox Space uses them to usher in the end. How does it know what angel to use? Huh? So yeah, we will all die, but most especially me. End of story. But don't take this the wrong way, but how can you be totally sure about all that? How do you know some of the real visions you are getting tangled up with sort of the way you are about yourself? What do you mean? How you get mopey and you're always the victim or something, and how you always think you suck when you really don't? Maybe that's clouding your vision? Okay, maybe that's just some personal, private, emotional issues, and I'm dealing with that. Honestly, I'd appreciate you not always throwing that in my face every goddamn opportunity you get. Like this special, like this is a big circus act to you, and that is your special clown pile. See, God, so sensitive. So sensitive. Seriously, talk to AA. She will corroborate everything. You and she are pretty tight, aren't you? Not really anymore. She used to be a lot of fun, but now I'm just talking to her. I don't know. It somehow always makes me sad. Okay, well, tonight's not about fun. This is serious. Deliriously so. We are in Sumeria shit stain city. Screw you and your shit stains. I'll have a fucking blast, and you can't stop me. Blue team scum. Oh shit, it's on, sucker. Is this funny, Vriska? This is Vriska, right? Duke. That was completely meaningless. What was the point, whoever you are? Deal with AA. Did you set up the teams? Still work on it, but yeah, more or less. We should all be playing soon, and I guess I'll leave in this dimension. That is what happens, right? Yes. So I guess you should be pretty happy when we finally get out of here. I don't know about that. Oh, we'll at least be able to leave the voices behind? I don't know about that either. Isn't that kind of depressing, the thought that they might stay with you till you die? Not really. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with a lot of things, even our inevitable failure, though it will briefly masquerade as victory. Wow, fuck. That was so much more depressing than the thing I just said. Terezi was right. You were such a drag to talk to these days. She was right about a lot of things. Wow, what a mysterious thing to say. I'm so intrigued. Do me a favor and spare me your spooky conundrums tonight. You're kind of pissing me off. But you like to talk to me. This is a fact, not a question. They told me. Oh, your sources have spoken. Relay a message for me. Tell them to go haunt my huge, giant, creaking bone bulge. Why do you like to talk to me? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because we were supposed to save the world together. I also talk to you because, in case you haven't noticed, I despise myself and perpetually seek to duplicate through emotional pain the cacophony of physical pain my hideous mutant brain causes me every day. Oh my god, I just had a breakthrough. Thank you so much for this. It was great. That was a joke. Type ha. Ha. Now type it again. Ha. There you go. You are now officially the life of the party. I just took an embarrassing video of you cutting loose there. Boy, I sure hope this juicy nugget doesn't wind up on the internet. Solix, I actually would like it if you were happy. Okay, thank you for saying so. You seem sad and angry all the time. What does anger feel like? I forgot. Have you ever been angry? I don't remember you ever getting angry about anything. Maybe I never was. I feel like I was, though, once. Why don't you ask Karkat? He's way angrier than me. For that matter, why don't you get on his case about it instead of mine? I think his anger serves a greater purpose. It's part of his destiny and thus ours. It will help him to sabotage his own designs, which are very much in opposition to the broader purpose and will sow the seeds of our failure. A failure which ironically will prove to be mission critical. If you think we are going to fail, why are you getting mad about that? Have the voices sending you down this blind alley the whole time? They never lied, though. This is how it had to be. I have to be totally honest. At no point did I ever lie. But through a mission, this game will not save the world. The fuck? And even though it is very important, even in our defeat, unfortunately it is much closer to serving as the instrument of our people's demise than as of their salvations. And we 12 will behave simultaneously as the pawns and the orchestrators of the great undoing. I don't want to play anymore then. You will, though. Fuck that, just watch. This shit is dusted. Check me out, all dusting it like a saucy fucking maid. It cannot be stopped. Meteors are en route. You know this Solix. I don't care. I'm making the grub team on this overpunctured bitch. I'm telling red team leader too to forget the whole thing. I'm quitting as blue team leader. If you want to gamble through this macabre fantasy of yours solo, be my guest. You never were going to be the team leader though, which is to say the first to enter. Are you messing with me? You do realize I'm psychic too. I could pull so much trippy shit out of my spinal crevice, it would make your head spin like Derverish in a fucking blender. So get off your high hoof beast. I'm coming up. Huh? Where? Hello? Hey, change of plan. We're not playing this game anymore. You don't have to bother recruiting. Sorry to waste your time. I'm not the leader anymore. Karkat is. He is? He threw a tantrum about it, so I let him be the red leader. Okay, that was fairly predictable, but that's fine. I'll talk to him about it. What's going on? Nothing. This game sucks and is full of crap. Sorry about all this. Hey, change of plan. We're not playing this game anymore. Hey, guess who the red team leader is? I'm the leader. It's me. You're planning to cripple the rival team leader. The rival team has failed. I know, she told me. I don't care. This game is bad news. It will cause the end of the world, so stop it. So forget it. Just go back to whatever you were doing, writing your shitty code or whatever. What's up, Jeremiah Cav? We're reading Homestuck. Good afternoon. So pathetic. This is yet another feeble attempt to weaken your opposition. Terezi and I have already established a connection, and we are making great progress here. We are a great team. I have a fantastic leader. We'll beat this game in no time while your team is still asleep at the thorax. Oh god, no you idiot. I don't care about the game anymore. I just quit. I'm not playing. You should too. Amazing. You're really either being really persistent with this transparent ruse, or you really are just that sad and incompetent. Neither case deserves my respect or my friendship. In fact, you know what? Friendship cancel. There, it's official. Bye-bye, friendship. Oh, like you haven't said that a billion times. You aren't in any position to question my competence. You're the worst programmer I've ever seen. You don't know anything about computers. Why do you bother? The only thing you're good at is yelling and making huge mistakes and being ugly and horrible in every way and having your little stupid little nubby horns. To be honest, I don't see what's great about your programming or hacking. What even is a hacker even? Just a smug asshole in movies doing fake things and making up words. It's not even a real thing to be. It's just some bullshit title you give yourself so you can feel a tiny bit less loathsome. Oh no, more childish burns. I don't have to prove anything to you. I'm a great hacker, period. No, it's also clear now. You were a fraud all along. What does all this nonsensical code you wrote even do? It's all nonsense, like a bluff. You just say, oh, Karkat will never understand what I wrote is bullshit because he's too dumb to figure it out. Well, if you're busted, these viruses here I bet do nothing at all. Wait, KK. I bet if I ran them, nothing bad will happen. Might even improve my computer's performance. No, don't. How about this idiotic program with the red and blue code, which is a meaningless thing to do with code anyway? What does that even mean? It's another one of your scams. Why not sneak in some bad clip art into the files too and pretend that's code? Oh god, don't run that. I'm serious. What would happen? I'm not sure, but it would be really, really bad if you just ran it. Just don't. Aha, just as I thought. You can't even come up with a good line when I press you on it. Your bluffer's been called. Compiling as we speak. It will auto-run when it finishes. And now I have to go to attend to something outside because Terezi is doing something just unspeakably stupid right now. Whoops, forget I said that. It was privileged information. You are the dumbest grubfucker on the planet, I swear. Later, douchebag. KK, do not run that code. Hello? CG's computer exploded. You were highly startled by the totally unexpected explosion. Karkat and his friends and everyone they would ever meet thereafter would have experienced great misfortune on the account of the curse unwillingly implemented through Solix's esoteric Mobius double reach-around virus. Every Troll's Lucis would soon die. All but one of their chronosprites would be prototyped with a dead Lucis, each prior to entering the medium. Upon entry, they would each have a bittersweet reunion with the creature after the kernel hatch, triggering the sprite's metamorphosis. For the first time, the trolls would be able to have verbal conversations with their custodians and would be guided by them along their journeys. Unfortunately, the underlings and warring royalty would gain the benefits of this monstrous prototyping as well. Each sprite, except for one, would only be prototyped once. The players would learn quickly that while one pre-entry prototyping per player was absolutely necessary for ultimate success, additional pre-entry prototypings merely powered their enemies unnecessarily. The game has no explicit rule that demands something dead for prototyping, but in practice, the kernel sprite has particular attraction to the deceased or the doomed. Across every session I've ever played, exceptions to this pattern are extremely rare. Why did you send Karkat that code? It was such a bad idea. You suppose it was a boastful gesture to get a friend to think more highly of you, but why would you flaunt your superior skills to accomplish this? It's all foolish. You ought to wipe all these clever viruses you wrote off your computer. They could only bring more trouble. While delivering your virus folders, you pause on one oddball file you have lying around. You did not write this virus. You copied it from an obscure server, far beyond your planet's global network. This application is running on that server perpetually. It's a very simple ATH program. Its main loop is tied to the lifespan of the universe. When the universe dies, a mysterious subprogram will be executed. You have no way of knowing what it does. It runs on a protective part of the server. It is completely unhackable. You delete the file, but it won't do much good. The program is already running elsewhere. Luckily, whatever harm it will do will not be done for many billions of years. Even then, what harm could a virus do after the expiration of the universe? This file always struck you as quite odd. But even with his vision twofold, he does But Solix, even with his vision twofold, does not have the perpetual luxuries of our vision omnipresent. When executed, that subram will summon an indestructible demon to the recently voided universe. This monstrous being, with the power to travel through time, is inconvenienced very little by his arrival upon the Great Undoing. He has the entire cadaver of the expired universe to pick apart at its whim. From its birth, through its swelling maturity and tapering decay. In reality, he is known to have marked for predation. He will go about assembling followers through various epochs, even going as far as personally establishing the parameters for his future summoning. Solix couldn't know that the virus is essentially a formality. The demon is already here. Sounds like your Lucius is aggravated about something up there. You already gave him a serving of honey today. If he thinks he can get more, he would be greedy. You wonder what's bothering him. You keep your enormous bicyclops chained to the roof of your communal hive stem. It is the only place where there is room for him. Dealing with him on the roof during feeding time is a daily ordeal. Oh, hi. Be the other girl. You're now one of the 5 other girls. What? Oh, this is Jade's house. Stop being the other girl. I want to be the other girl. You're no longer the other girl, or any of the other 5 for that matter. What's in the name of this dude sitting in this 4-wheeled device? You are Tavros Nitram. You are known to be heavily arrested by fairy tales and stories. You have an acute ability to commune with the many creatures of Arternia, a skill you have utilized to capture and train a great many. They're all your friends, as well as your warriors, which you pit in battle through a variety of related card and role-playing games. So they're Pokemon. You used to engage in other forms of more extreme role-playing with some of your other friends before you had an accident. You like to engage in a noble practice of Alternian slam poetry, possibly the oldest, most revered, and certainly freshest art form in your planet's rich history. You have a profound fascination with the concept of flight, all lore surrounding the topic. You believe in fairies even though they're not real. Your troll tag is Adios Toredo. Cut to the chase and play card games immediately. Poof. You kickstart a rousing game of Fight Spawn, with the only friend you've got to play with in prison, your loyal Lucas Tinkerbell. You take a look at the favorable hand you've dealt yourself and crack a mischievous smile. With the host plush at the ready, you quickly lob an Ugani bomb and catch your adversary off guard. What? Harasoni, I choose you! With a brooding witty, Harasoni shuffles his mighty hooves and makes short work of the Fight-a-sucker, boosting his vitals. Harasoni is primed and ready for battle. Look out, Tinkerbell. Spawn Tech Slumber Buddies. Use your awesome bestial communion abilities and bend the ferocious stallion to your whim. Tinkerbell can't stand the suspense. Nap time, everybody wins. Harasoni gains a bunch of levels. In no time, he will be able to breed and you can put him out to stud. Good game, everybody. That was a lot of fun. Time to do some other stuff, you guys. Roll up your ramp. This is how you get into your Recuperacoon when it's time to rest. It's kind of a production getting in and out. You can't fit all the way in because of your huge horns. It makes it hard to get solid shut-eye. Oh great, now you're covered in slime. Why did you do this? You're gonna have to change your clothes. There goes another solid hour down the tubes. Aw damn, there goes your full wheel device down the ramp. That happens a lot. After a major cleanup rigmarole and a lot of crawling around your respite block, you equip your jousting lance. You like to practice your jousting outside. One day you hope to prove yourself worthy of recruitment into the halls of the dreaded Imperial Cavalry, assuming you were not slated for culling first on the account of your disability, or for really any other arbitrary reasons. Oh, so you all believe in natural selection. You wheel over to your favorite poster featuring Poop Pan, which is your favorite thing. You've always fantasized that one day intrepid young Poopa would come and take you away, and together you would fly to a beautiful paradise planet of legend that has all sorts of fanciful stuff like pirates, treasures, a cruel villain with a missing arm and missing eye, and these weird. Oh my fucking. Yeah. You've left your window open ever since you were young, just in case Poopa stopped by and decided to splash a pinch of special stardust in your face. You've had this interest far prior to your accident. Being paralyzed isn't what made you want to fly. That would be dumb. It would make no sense. Being paralyzed sort of does make you want to walk, though. Way in the future, over the course of your long journey, you are at one point fitted with a cool pair of robotic legs. The guy who likes to build robots builds them for you, but then again, he likes to break them more than he likes to build them, which is why he usually builds them in the first place. Occasionally, though, he will allow philanthropy to override mythilanthropy. You were lucky enough to have a friend who didn't mind getting your hands dirty of her best interest. A friend with a chainsaw. The guy who likes to build robots just stood there and watched. It would always make everyone uncomfortable when he just stood there and watched. But before you had to scoot around in your wheel device throughout the various worlds of the medium and endure all sorts of follies related to your disability on account of their great plurality and marginal relevance we will not get to see. Wow, look what happens when you space out and contemplate the future like that. The messages start piling up. Tavros. Hey, red team is going to bite the dust, and I know you're on the red team. Well, really? Yeah, you are. My team's got no use for a boy who can't make... Oh, my fucking... Okay, but you probably shouldn't be talking right now. You probably read about that, but I probably shouldn't be talking to you. Oh? I promised I wouldn't talk to you anymore. What? Promise you. Rufio. OMG, who's that? I hate this guy already. He's, okay, someone said I should give my self-esteem a name, and to be careful about what I say to make sure I don't hurt his feelings. Haha, so he's imaginary, a fake. Like a made-up friend, the way fairies are. Made-up believe fakey fake fakes. Who told you to go do something so fraudulent? GA, but I don't know if she was joking on it. It might be a joke, but I don't know. I did it anyway. Oh man, what a meddler. I hate her meddling. Why is she always meddling? I don't know if it was a joke, but man. I don't think it was a joke. It was more like, okay, to complete this analogy, laughing is to a joke as meddling is to, exactly, that's what she just did to you. It is worse than a joke. It is worse than anything you can do. Next time, tell her to can it. That's what I do. But she keeps bugging me, buzzing and fucking and meddling. What's your deal? I guess it's flattering that she wants to talk to me so much, though. I guess I don't mind. It's cool. Anyway, Tavros, you've been amazingly boring as usual, so I'm going to go. Okay? Believe it or not, this show needs to get on the fucking road. Believe it or not, the blue team doesn't have a single player in the session yet. Well, you guys have like 2 or 3 or such. Unbelievable. I wonder what the holdup is. Oh well, let's face it, you guys need the head start. Anyway, good luck to you. It'll be just like old times. Adios, Turia Snore. Rap with TC. Boom, 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 boom. Motherfuck, my brother. I'm so sorry. I kind of zoned out there. That's okay. I wasn't expecting you to not be zoned out for any reason, so I don't understand your apology. Alright, fuck yeah. It's all good anyway. I just zoned out when I was supposed to be telling you you're all on my team. Yeah, the red team, you mean? Shit, motherfucking yeah, you wicked motherfucker. Honk, honk, honk. Oh, that's great. I just heard about this. From someone I basically don't want to talk about, but it still qualifies as good news. Honk, 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 honk. Heh. Haha, fuck. You stole my fucking nose, bro. What got you even up the gumption to do all this shit like that? Or, I don't know, it's just kind of the obvious thing to do. Stick in the circle in front of the dots behind the bendy one. Plus, oh yeah, my horns. Haha, maybe we can slam about it. Yeah, I could kick the shit out of some rhymes, bro. I'll stir up some fucking Helmurth and rip open a fucking bag of harsh whimsy. Yeah, you can't really talk about the clown things, which I don't really understand ever, but that's okay because it's kind of funny. Whereas I'll address some topics pertaining to my interests and, I guess, personal motifs. Yeah, fuck yeah, that's how shit's usually up and fucking loaded, bro. But first, here's the thing with the game. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, the red team game. Yeah, okay, if I remember right, this is how we're judging this shit. A lot of fucking balls in the air, haha. Terezi connected to Karkat, so he's fucking chill. Then I'm supposed to connect to her soon to get to her child show too. But she's in the woods doing something. When she comes back, starting playing. So in the mean motherfucking time, I'm supposed to get you to connect to me. But I fucking spaced out and forgot. Because I guess I was way too motherfucking chill all up in this shit. So just download the motherfucker I'm sending you so we can kick this bitch down the stairs. Okay, I'll do that. In the meantime, shall I cue up the strict beats? Oh, brother, now you all fuck up and done it. You're rotting a fucking wheel deep in a big sloppy massacre pie topped with motherfucking whipped rhyme. How strict are those beats, motherfucker? While I turned up those bitches to pretty stern, set beat to lecture, and now I'm kinda going hog wild on the curmudgeon knob, which I had recently installed. Goddamn, tell me more while I reach for this frosty brew. Okay, imagine an array of beats that set limits. They got a rule book. It doesn't pay to skim it because there's not a lot of latitude. They won't stand for an attitude, and crossing them is a habit you'd not really want to get into because they'd get pretty mad at you. Fuck, so fucking fresh. You need to be slapped fucking silly with a mouth like that, huh? And if you got a problem with it, then I guess suggest you go and rap it, dude. Okay, I will. Just let me sneak up on this bottle of Fago and snap its neck like a fucking laugh assassin. Okay, are those beats still chill? Yeah. Are they still motherfucking strict? Yeah. I cracks. Motherfucking kick it. You then proceed to have both of the worst rap-offs in the history of Paradox Space. You make your way through the burning woods to meet the Lucius you never had. It's time for her to hatch. It's now or never. Since the world is about to end anyway, you suppose it no longer matters if the doomsday scale is tipped. The counterweight of the skull of an ancient mother grub slain thousands of solar sweeps ago. The egg contains a rare species of dragon which remains blind until its maturity, using its other senses to survive. It has balanced the skull here for millennia, waiting for the warmth of a meteor-sparkled forest fire before hatching. In case it wasn't clear, dragons are real. While she slept in her egg, she would communicate with you in her sleep. After your accident, she would use your dreams to teach you to detect the world around you without vision. As you learned, your dreams became more vivid. Where before there was darkness, odors, and flavors painted a striking picture, you found yourself surrounded by bright honey walls, and in the sky was a huge, tasty ball of cotton candy, which is the sweet troll delicacy we wouldn't know anything about. The first time you caught a glimpse of this world in your dreams, there was no turning back. The young Lucius would take to the sky and promptly get herself killed. This would be more shocking and maybe a little more sad if we didn't already know it was going to happen. We already knew this, but of course you didn't. Damn. Unsurprising development. Genuine distress. The dragon never smelled it coming. She would fall into your tree hive. On your return, she would be scooped up by a sympathetic ally and deposited into the kernel sprite. Then, you and she could talk. There would be plenty to discuss. The Doomsday device would display the amount of time you had to get back to your hive and then enter the media before the forest was destroyed. At the time, it wouldn't occur to you whether the device was directly responsible for the apocalypse or merely served as the precisely calibrated harbinger. And it certainly wouldn't occur to you to cast doubt on the perceived difference between those things. It wouldn't until later when you better understood the game you were about to play. Be the other girl. You are now the other girl. Render the girl in a more symbolic manner. There we are. We can now properly be introduced. Who's this spooky lady? Your name is Aradia Megado. Megado? Persona reference? You once had a number of interests, which in time you have lost interest in. You seem to recollect once having a fondness for archaeology, though you have trouble recalling this passion. It nonetheless led you to your present calling, which came through the discovery of these mystic ruins, which you presently stand, which you recently desecrated out of boredom. Guiding you to this calling were the voices of the dead, which you have been able to hear since you were young. The voices have become louder as the great undoing approaches. This trend in escalation began after an accident involving a certain kind of role-playing, which might have been another one of your interests at the time. It doesn't matter much anymore. The accident resulted in the death of your Lucius, which prompted you to leave your home and take up these ruins as residence. On instructions from your ancestors, you have recovered mysterious technology from the ruins and convinced a friend to adapt it into a game that will bring about the destruction of your civilization. And by convince, you supposed to mean tricked. He has tentatively named the game Scrub, which is a word that is not terribly elegant. If it were marketed by a legitimate game company instead of rapidly packaged together by a young hacker, it would be ostensibly given a better title. He is presently mobilizing 12 friends to play it, including him and yourself. He believes he will lead the blue team, but he is wrong. Your troll tag is Apocalypse Arisen, and there is a typically pronounced hollowness to your words. A Ouija motor. It's not up to you to decide what you retrieve from your soul decks. It's up to the spirits. Looks like the spirits are being cooperative today, if a bit cryptic as usual. Who's this douchebag? You find this baffling artifact some time ago on one of your digs. The creature on its facade is completely mystifying. You've taken it to using it as your primary computing device on account of its bizarre novelty, as well as the convenient portability. Oh, look who's bothering you. She's always bothering you, bugging and meddling. What's your deal? You guess it's flattering enough that she wants to talk to you so much, though. You're okay with it, though. You're okay with a lot of things. Hi, Generadia. Oh no. So I guess tonight is the night you blow everything up. Is there nothing I can do to change your mind? No, or yes. Yes, there's nothing, and no, you can't. But you shouldn't pretend as though you believe this has anything to do with the state of my mind, or the decisions it will make or has already made. Yeah, I guess not. I thought I'd be friendly, though. I can't do that voice with my throat hurting. I can't do the queen voice. I remind you that you do, in fact, have a hand in all the terrible things that are about to happen, because that's what friends are for. And the fact that what ensues will be terrible is an immutable fact that I am stating for the record, and the fact that we will not be on the same team is similarly immutable. It does not mean that teamwork isn't what is taking place here. Sorry, I don't follow that. I'll be here to help if you need me. Okay, thanks. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Waiting for the apocalypse is so boring. You guys should check on Scott Solix to see how he's coming along with those teams. You then had a conversation we already read, and then you went up. Go up. You wonder what she wants. What's with all these girls bugging you? Bugging and fussing and meddling. Aradia! Oh boy, that's way too many of the same letter in the row twice. I know, so we're about to get started, right? Have you tricked Solix yet? Do you have Mr. Two Eyes all befuddled and flustered in your web of lies? Or Mr. Four Eyes? I don't know. Which nickname would you be suitably derogatory in this case? How about 8 Eyes -7? I didn't trick him. It's not like that. Okay, whatever. The point is, once you have pulled the finely woven silken mesh over his dumb, different colored eyes, you and I will start playing the game and be the blue team leaders. That's how this will work, right? Wait, do you mind if we are co-leaders? I forgot to ask. I assumed it was okay with you. I don't care. That's a spirit. And when I bring you into the game, whatever the hell that means, we can send each other stuff, right? That's how it works, right? Yes, awesome, because I have a present for you. It's a surprise, and it's going to be great. From me to you. Just from me alone and nobody else. I can't wait to see the look on your face when you see. Okay, I'm sure it'll be very thoughtful. Speaking of which, what will the name of our team be? The blue team? No, 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 I know that. I mean the name of our team, you and me, just us. I haven't given it any thought, nor did I think such a thing was up for consideration. But if you want to pretend we both have a separate team together and name that team, knock yourself out. I just thought it would be really fitting. Kind of like a fresh start, you know? I don't know, what are our shared interests? I guess I never really thought about this. I'm used to thinking about you as the enemy. There must be some overlap in profiles. Come on, let's brainstorm. Man, it'll be great. We'll be unstoppable. Surely you must admit it will be nice to rebound from the team charge debacle. I never think about that anymore. Oh man, I'm so dumb. Here I am running my mouth and opening up old wounds, while at the very same time trying to make amends. What an idiot. It's okay. Speaking of which, that loser is going to be on the blue team, isn't he? Which loser? Your old team buddy. No. Oh, thank fucking goodness. Talk about dead weight. You made the race choice leader. I mean co-leader. I didn't exclude him for that reason, or at all. You're just not getting it. You never listen. Man, I got this huge beef grub lodged in my nook. Just think about him. I'm gonna go give him a hard time. Let me know when you're live. Later. Don't do that. It's really childish. Oh, wow. You tried to be the mysterious girl and fail. She's way too mysterious for her. Is this her? Is this the girl? Is this Vriska? I know she speaks with the H, right? That's her thing. She guess it's flattering you want to be her. She guess it doesn't mind. It's cool. We'll learn all about her a little later. Alrighty, I would like to apologize. I really flew off the handle there. It was like the handle was a bald guy going really fast, and I was his toupee. So I'm sorry, it was my fault. It's okay. I hope we are still friends. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So anyway, I think that even though I quit as leader, I'm still going to play the game now, because it's either that or get totally creamed by these fucking space boulders. Hey, maybe we can make the best of the game anyway, even though we are going to lose. No, I'm sorry, you can't, Solux, not yet. Oh my god, you're going to give me shit again after I crawled on my belly like that, groveling at you? Like some low-class guy with whatever colored blood lower on the hierarchy than mine? What's worse than yellow? Fuck this confusing caste system. Anyway, screw you, I'm playing this game right now. No, you're not, trust me. Wait, what's this? Are you hearing that spooky message from the grave? Is it from my ability to give a shit, which just died? This is where you laugh again. Come to the window. Why? Because I'm outside. Bullshit. Take a look. I don't see anything out there. Come closer, you'll see me. I promise. God, I'm just bulged deep in the fecal matter of... What? Okay, looking out this lousy goddamn stupid window. Lousy goddamn physics. Nap time. When you finally wake up, you realize all of your teammates had connected to each other and entered the medium. You'd be the last to enter. Your long nap would facilitate a series of dreams that would prove essential to the support of your teammates. But here and now, the destruction of your hive would be imminent unless you could quickly establish a connection to the first player of the group to complete the chain. The mind, honey. Some of it got in your mouth. You do not under any circumstances eat the mind, honey! Since that moody kid is simply busy flipping his bifurcated lid, we might as well take a moment to get to know this silly cat girl. Gosh, who is she? Your name is Nepetalazian. You live in a cave that is also a hive, but mostly a cave. You like to engage in friendly role-playing, but not the dangerous... Oh no, I've heard this name. Oh no. Your daily routine is dangerous enough as it is. You prowl the wilderness for great beasts and stalk them to take back to nothing with your sharp claws and teeth. You take them back to your cave and eat them. From time to time, wear the pelts for fun. You like to paint wall comics using blood and soot and ash, depicting exciting tales from the hunt, and other goofy stories about you and your numerous pals. Your best pal of all is a little bossy, and people wonder why you even bother with him, but someone has to keep him pacified. If not you, then who? Oh my god. You're always wearing some claw gloves. You never know when you might encounter unsuspecting prey, or when some prey might encounter an unsuspecting you. On Alternia, everything is considered unsuspecting prey by everything else. Scratch the leashes behind the ears. She enjoys a good scratch. Pounce de Leon is the best kitty cat. You and she go on adventures together in search of the fountain of Q. You ride your sure pod mount into the rugged frontier. Sometimes she rides you when she gets tired, which is frequently. It will be sad when she dies. Who knows when will that happen? When or how that will happen? We might not even really have the time to find out. Later, there's a cave-in. You saunter over to your drawing tablet computer. You use this to draw on a computer. It would be cool if somehow this could be adapted to serve as a fetch modus as well. This would be so much more fun than the frustrating one you're using now. You wonder what this grumpy fellow wants. Probably something to do with that game. That's all anybody's talking about lately. AC perks up curiously. What? And chases she sees. Carcat can't believe he has to sink this low. Car can't believe he's asking a feral girl in a cave to join the team. Carcat mystifies an infinite befuddlement over the fact that you're presently the best remaining candidate for the red team. I am? I mean, AC says I am wondrously. Yes, and Carcat can't believe that. Carcat thinks about that a bit as his jaw drops open and breaks a huge column of bricks like a fucking kung fu master. AC gathers up all the brick pieces and builds a cute little house and invites Carcat inside. Oh good, it's good that you're talking about building. Even if you're in the most inane possible context, you're going to be doing a lot of it. Yes, that sounds fun. What do I do? Okay, briefing. Me, Terezi, Gamzee, Tavros, and Tavros are all playing now. The connection order is AT, TC, CG, CG. GC, CG. We need someone to connect to Toreador and get him in on the game. I want to have GA lined up for the red team because she's one of the few remaining sane ones left to play, or the only sane one. But she doesn't want to connect yet because of some mysterious bullshit. So I was like, whatever, what else is new? So I guess that leaves you. Terezi says she had you lined up to play back when you were the fake leader, so I said fine. Back when she was the fake leader, so I said fine. Just connect to Tavros, and later we'll worry about getting you in. Okay, I'll talk to him about that. I forgot I have to talk to someone else about this. I've been procrastinating. Oh god, are you really serious? It's not that big a deal. This boggles my mind. How could you be best friends with the only guy on the planet who's a bigger asshole than me? He's not so bad. He's scum. But do whatever you want, I guess. Tavros is waiting. AC twitches her friendly whiskers at CT. Hi. CT perplexes over where he put that important wrench that he needed for building a fancy robot or something. He says, where did that silly old wrench go? Look, what are you attempting to accomplish with this? It's Centaur's testicle! But oh look, CT peeks around the corner to find that a very playful kitty has stolen the robot wrench and is now kicking it vigorously with her hind legs. This is foolishness upon 1,000 prior, equally unsuspected foolishness. You'll stop now. Rawr, you're so lame. I'm not, I'm fine. No, lame. No, I'm not. Lame? No, you've never played a fun pretend game with me even once. And even Carcat does it sometimes, even if he does it in a mean and grumpy and insincere way, but at least it's still fun. Yeah, don't pollute my incoming data stream with his name or any sort of excremental language you pick up from his ilk. I see right through your stupid act. Look how you're trying to... Look how you're trying to... Look how you go out of your way to use words with X's in them so you can use your silly percent signs, or use these absurd words so you can shoehorn on 100 into, even if it's not directly replacing Lou. You're so transparent. I can tell you like to play games. Deep down, you're a guy who likes to play games. I can smell a guy who likes to play games from so far away with his nose, you have no idea. If you're looking for a loophole from which you may extract concessions from me, you have to look elsewhere. See? What the hell? Nepeta, what did I say about the awful language? I won't stand for it, and you'll stop. Oops, sorry. Your fraternization with these base classes have loosened your morals. Can't you see this? No, and I don't care. They're fun. I don't know anything about classes or bases or blood color or whatever. What does green blood even mean? It doesn't mean anything to me, and why should it mean anything to anyone else? Well, green blood is okay, but it's not that great, and that's why you're lucky to have me to look out for you, because you don't know better, and you can't fight the role the mother had in store for you. Rod, you're such a hypocrite. You pretend to be so high and mighty, but I know you're not, and you like games. Look at that silly little bow and arrow you always type. It's always there. You never forget. Why would you do that if it were a playful and fun thing? I'm so onto you. My bow and arrow are highly dignified symbols. Lol, BS. Archery is among the highest and most exceptional crafts, held in tremendous regard by the most aloof classes for centuries. You suck at archery. No, yes, no, yes, no I don't, yes, 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 yes. Have you ever successfully fired an arrow? Like, actually got one to leave the bow. I think we need to stop talking about archery. Nuh-uh, yes. No, we will stop talking about archery. The topic is making me sweat. Ew, you're so gross. No, you're the one who exercises distasteful practices. No, that's you. Everyone knows you're a weirdo and a creep. That's why you're lucky to have me to keep an eye on you. No one else can stand you. You exterminate beautiful innocent creatures by the hundreds. I can't condone such wretched behaviors. Beasts are meant to be looked on with adoration. But I eat them. I don't kill anything I don't eat. That would be mean. I guess that's basically acceptable in principle, but I still find it a bit unsavory. Well, I think your habits are a little unsavory. No, they're not. Yaha! You're wrong about me, Nepeta. I do like to play games, but they must be extremely important with very high stakes. Not the kind played by translucent green wigglers who let loose an excremental surge hard in their wiggler bottom diaper stubs. What? What the fuck does that mean? As it happens, I've arranged to play such a game tonight. Aradia and I have a private engagement to be co-leaders of the blue team. Oh yeah? Well, just by pretense, it happens that AC has a private and sneaky engagement to play this game as well. And by persnickety twist of fate, she will be on the red Reed team with other great friends who like to play their childish diaper-proof games. Absolutely not. Absolutely. I forbid this. You will take on your position with the blue team with me. Yeah, right. I'll take my position in this funny pounce ball and tackle you. That's nonsense. You're nowhere even remotely within my proximity, and that would be necessary to execute such a maneuver. AC rolls her eyes almost as hard as she is rolling around in this really interesting smell. The thought of you fraternizing and aiding and abetting with a stink-blooded hooligan strikes me as a scandal beyond measure. I'm afraid you're too delicate to withstand that sort of corruption. It's forbidden. No. Yes, you won't. Yes, you won't. No, I will. You won't. You can't stop me, and I'm telling you not to. You will be on my team. That's final. Blarg. Quiet. Why do you do this? Why are you so confident about your stupid commands? Don't you know you can't actually tell me what to do? It's not like you have any special mind powers or telepathy. No, I do not, and yet you will do as I say. Yes, well, we will just see about that. Yes, we will. You will join me on my team shortly. Stand by for further instruction. Hiss. You're angry and I appreciate that, but it doesn't matter. Discussion over. Give Tavros the bad news. Okay, for the time being, and for the sake of this fantasy scenario, I pretend that my cat allergies aren't that bad. AC takes a long nap. She then wakes up and frowns because she has bad news. Oh no. Is what I say about the bad news not the nap? Is what I say about the bad news not the nap? Tavros, I can't be on your team. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed. Oh, that's okay. I guess he said no then. Yes, unfortunately. Rarg, I'm so mad. It's probably for the best that you listen to him. You don't know? Well, if you didn't listen to him before, and you might have played games with us before, and something bad might have happened to you. Perhaps, but I still feel bad. I'll find another player. It's not a big deal. Good luck being on the blue team. You fondly recall your days of far more immersive role-playing. It seems like just so So long ago now. Aside from a few unfortunate moments, it was a lot of fun. If you had to do it all over again, you suppose you would select better companies. Maybe the game we were playing tonight. Tinkerbell? Some time ago, you stand in your room on a healthy pair of legs and in a plucky outfit. You are now a low-level boy Skylark, and you wield an inexpensive dagger lance, which is the closest thing to a javelin lance you can wield while still being popular with your favorite class. You're about to play a popular game called Flarp, which, unlike most games being published by major developers, was given a graceful and aesthetically pleasing name. It's titled under the extreme role-playing genre, and playing it without caution would have serious real-world consequences. When you activate Flark's Scrub, the campaign program for tonight will begin. Team Scarge will do a team charge with Team 2... I've been reading aloud so much, my fucking voice is going blah, 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 blah. Iridia, my grub is laying now, so I'll be ready soon. Cool. Mine too. I don't know where Teresi is, though. She's running late. Oh, should we wait? No, I'll be clouding her campaign for her regardless, with or without her. Her loss if she doesn't make it. It'll give you a chance to gain some ground. Okay, you picked a tough class, Tavros. None of the really useful combat abilities come into play until you reach a high level, but I suppose it will be rewarding when you get there. Yeah, I think you're right, but it's the class I think is the most fun, and battle skill is not all there is to being a great adventurer. I couldn't agree more. You might be the only flipper in the world who really understands the true spirit of the game. Everyone else is so aggressive and treasure hungry. But I guess that's what makes beating them all the more satisfying. Average D&D campaign. Yeah, I guess. Remember your Clouder isn't going to pull any punches tonight. Don't fall for a mind game. I'll be here to assist, of course. If you're in trouble, don't hesitate to ask for help. Yeah, I won't. Thanks, Aradia. Your campaign's gaming flap abstractions hatch their eggs. They comprise all the data and procedures you will need for your adventure tonight. They're dispersed throughout the... They're dispersed throughout the terrain surrounding your hive. They follow both programmed and live instructions by your Clouder, a member of Team Scourge. His role it is to provide you a challenging player, while your teammate does the same for Scourge's other player. You take your starting position on the field. The game is afoot, and anything can happen now. It's up to you to consult your map and work with your teammate to discover the objective of the quest, find treasure, and slay monsters. Your stat bat has bonded with you. This keeps track of every attribute of your character, including vitals. What in these attributes remain abstractions. Due to the fact that this is extreme role-playing, they will always relate in some way to your real-life attributes as well. You've got to be careful out there. Well... Hey, boy, Sky Shit, are you just going to stand there all night? Make your move, make your move, make your move. I just think these monsters are too strong. Sorry, but they don't seem appropriate for this campaign. Weak. Weaky. Is that a real thing to say? Yes, you and your giant excuse is making the weakest lane that ever shit the coward bed. Roll your dice. Make your move. Advance or abscond. I can't abscond. There's no absconding place. But absconding is what you do best. I ain't managed to cloud a scenario that you couldn't get squawk out of in a blazing trail of cluck beast feathers. You cannot hope to beat Tavros Nitran and abscond off. He is simply the best there is. But that sounds flattering theoretically. But I don't think, hey, pipe down, make your move, advance or abscond. Roll, Tavros, roll. Okay, hold on for one moment. Hello. Hey, are you there? Hey, Teresi, I have a problem. No one can help you, Tavros. Okay, time to decide. Where is everybody? What does that have to do with your present cowardice? I don't know, probably nothing. Are you going to roll? No, I can't. Why not? Because I was thinking about the numbers, and it's impossible for there to be a favorable outcome, no matter what the dice do. That is vriska. So why not roll and make it so you give up? Yeah, maybe. Why not roll and make it official? Why do you want to cheapskate me out of bonuses like that? It's so thoughtless. Am I gonna have to take matters in my own hands to make your move for you? I thought you couldn't use powers. I mean, real life powers, not game ones. It's against the rules. But if you're going to break the rules and refuse to roll, what choice do I have? I hate that it had to come to this, but what can I do? Oh, you could mind control people. Tavros, have I ever mentioned how cute you look in that plucky little outfit? If I didn't want to know better, I'd say I was playing with Pupa Pan himself. Isn't that what you want Tavros to be like Pupa? Of course he do. Of course that boy. What boy wouldn't want to be like Pupa? So dashing and brave. He's everything you are not. For one thing, he can fly. Do you want to fly, Tavros? Have you ever wanted to fly? I bet you haven't. How about we take to the skies, Pupa? You like that idea, Pupa? Yes, you do. I can feel it in your simple, malleable brain. You want to fly so bad. You're forcing him to jump off the cliff. Fly, Pupa, fly! Ha! And why is vriska doing this? Is she just doing a little trolling because it's funny? Ah! Adios, Tora dumbass. AG just jumped me off a cliff with my brain and my legs. Now they feel invisible. I wish there was a better way to save that. Anyway, that's all there is to report on the subject of me getting hurt. Hey, asshole, stop playing games for girls. Back in the present, right around this moment, with Karkat in the toilet during a conversation we already read, which ended like this. Psst. Hey, brave leader. Oh my god, why are you talking to me? Can I join your team? Yes, I'm glad you asked, because there's a wide open slot for the most vile, backstabbing sociopath who ever lived. You really helped me out of a jam by stepping forward. Vile stabbing sociopath? Karkat, did you copy and paste that phrase directly from your personal ad describing what you were looking for in a lady? Haha, more KG cutesy bullshit. I'm not up to my lobe stem with that already having to deal with Terezi. Both you both must have been insufferable when you were a team. Your opponents probably all tried to commit suicide after putting up with your fancy grin drivel. That's probably how it all went when the shit hit the thresher. That's not a bad guess, but man, Karkat, you sure are giving me a hard time. I don't know how we're supposed to be becoming friends if you recoil from my olive ramp like I'm twitching a mummified bovine phallus in your direction. What? Becoming friends? What the fuck? We will never be friends, Morn. Not even hate friends? No, more like twitchy-eyed projectile vomiting and utter disgust friends, while I perforate my bone bones with a culling fork. Please stop. Yes, I'll take it. Get lost. Anyway, I was just joking about wanting to be on your team. I'm already on the blue team. Huh? Oh, really? Wait, let me count on 8 of these things. There, I am now an enormous tool forever. Yes, Iridia and I have an agreement. We'll be co-leaders, but really I will be the leader. Shh, don't tell anyone. What do you think, Karkat? Can you take two dangerous ladies at once? Yawn. Come on, aren't you a little nervous that I will oppose you? You should be. No, you're just a run-of-the-mill little fucked up girl. A troll seeger a dozen. I'll be taking apart the blue team with brutal efficiency. You'll see. You never played one of your dumb games with me, so you never had the privilege of seeing what I can do. Enjoy the show, sweetheart. Just don't even think about using your mind control tricks on my players. Remember your truce? Psst, those days are far behind me. Anyway, I can't control just anybody. They've got to be impressionable, like you. You can't control me. Sure I can, I just choose not to. Yeah, okay. I find your mind is totally unpalatable to browse. Looking through your brain is like pawing through a smelly dumpster, full of broken glass and razor blades and poop. Whatever, don't even try it. I've got the better Scourge sister on my team, and if you break your shoes, you have to answer to her. Funny thing is, she always was way better than you, even without any powers. Yeah, that's right, I know your whole story. You were always jealous you could manipulate people so well without resorting to cheap mind tricks. Haha, I can tell this burned you up, and I can't even paw through your dumpster. Chalk it up as another infuriating victory for gutter blood over aristocracy. Oh, what's that? Nothing to say? Wow, speechless. You're probably crying right now. That would make my fucking day. Oh, so she's the rich. So people like Vriska are the rich, and they're like, eat the rich. Okay. Hey, look at me being the one to talk shit at warp speed and then log off before you can reply. Bye, idiot. Oh, back so soon? Did your thumb slip on the button? I can't. You guys can't. I guess you can't get enough on me of me. You made me do that, and you know it. You ain't got anything on me, and you can't prove shit. Anyway, Carcat, I just wanted to say, Heart, you are now the other. Oh God. You decide we should probably stand to delay this guy's introduction a little longer. Why don't we see what someone else is up to? Anyone, hurry. You switch to a vague teaser of a final unseen troll in just the nick of time. Atlantis? Huh? You head back to your hive to get the blue team session team started. It's been a while. You visit the remains of your quaint rural hive. You're laundering on the small excavation sites you dug up for practice are all overgrown with vegetation. You haven't been here since the night of the accident, and since you found your calling. The voices of the dead grew louder, returning you to return to the ruins you discovered not so long before. You left so abruptly you didn't even have time to bury your luscious, but that's fine because trolls don't typically bury their dead. Leaving bodies to be consumed by wild animals is more customary. You have an arrangement to begin the session as co-leader with one of the Blue Bloods. You understand this player tends to make a power grab and take sole possession of the leadership role. Such subterfuge is typical of their cast, but you're okay with this. It's one of the many things you're okay with. You allow your co-op player to take the lead and enter the medium first. You understand that the leadership role is essentially meaningless, aside from offering the distinction of being the first player to enter. You also understand that entering the game second was always your intention. You have a surfer player connect to you, someone you personally selected for the role. The device was required for entry or deployed. The kernel sprite awaits prototyping, but unlike all 11 players, your Dead Luscious is not available. You'll just have to use something else. Prototyping the Froghead just before entering the medium would prove to be critical for later success. Just another of many assurances whispered by the dead. You've long since stopped questioning them or doubting any future significance of even spontaneous acts of frivolous desecration. Completing your non-plus server player to perform this compelling your non-plus server player to perform this task might have proved difficult. Luckily, your telekinesis, an ability greatly magnified through your calling, would be significant to move the massive object, whereas the game cursor likely would not. Your server player simply watched in mystification. Am I the server player? I think I'm the server player. Oh, no, wait, it's Catgirl. Okay. She really just had no idea what was going on. You enter your medium, taking as your place in the land of courts as the melody of Made in Time. Meanwhile, your client player has been exploring another world. The Blue Blood has a present for you. This present cannot be duplicated via alchemy at this stage of the game. It would cost too much grist. And a detail which this player has not been made aware of. This player would have to progress through the second gate of their overworld, arrive through the gate above your hive, and deliver in person. Facilitating this delivery is why it was important for you to enter second. Your server player's confusion is partly due to learning the ropes of the new game. There's more significant reason for her befuddlement. When she followed her advice and when through the simple motion of the game setup, you at no point were you visible on her monitor. She saw your damaged hide. She saw the altimeter and the other devices she deployed. She saw the strange computing device on the floor, varying the massages of a species she didn't recognize. She even saw the great big stone frog hair fly through the air all by itself and become the frog sprite. And though she would ask why, you'd always delay the answer. The fact remained, she couldn't see you. What? She couldn't see you up until the moment after the sprite's second prototyping because you were dead all along. Oh! So now you're a sprite. We're all completely blown away by this stunning revelation. Wow, dead? Really? Like a ghost? Huh. Interrogate Frog Girl. Oh, lady, I can see you. That is you, right? Yes. But why are you the floating frog all of a sudden? I'm dead. My spirit merged with the frog sprite. Wow, dead, really? Like a ghost. Huh, well, I hope this doesn't make me sound dumb, but I'm completely blown away by the astounding revelation. You don't sound dumb. Phew, how did you die? I ignored the advice of a friend and made some bad choices. AC rumples up her nose in perplexment at AA's really vague and spooky answer. But actually, that's good because I kind of think I don't want to know. It's making me sad to think about. Okay, Nepeta, can you please keep this a secret? Yes, I promise I won't tell anyone. And by promise, I mean promise, just so you know I'm serious. Thank you, Ribbit. Whoops. Hee hee hee. Aradia, be the huge bitch. Blah blah. Here we go! There she is, chat! The funny megalovania! Your name is Vriska Circat. You're a master of extreme role-playing. You can't get enough of it, or really any game with high stakes and chance. You've persisted in the habit even in spite of your accident. But then again, you don't really have much choice. Lucius is very hungry all the time. She can only be appeased by the flesh of young trolls. You cloud campaigns for teams of flarpers, dressing your abilities for orchestrating the demise of the impressionable. Your victory is supplied with treasure, experience points, and spider feud. You're something of an apocalypse buff, which is something you can be on Alternia. You're fascinated by the end of the world scenarios and enjoy constructing doomsday devices for the hell of it. You're often drawn to the meaning of dark prognostication and the advantages they offer, particularly in gaming scenarios. Your abilities in this department were hobbled with the loss of your vision eightfold, and you have said alternatives through various black oracles. You console with these ominous glows, but routinely destroy them in frustration over the puzzling, guaranteed inaccuracy of their prediction, breaking them has developed into a habit bordering on fetishistic, and which each you destroy, you add an insurmountable stockpile of terrible luck. You have to stop, but addiction is a powerful thing. Check out the cool drawing on the wall. Yeah! You drew your own playing character for fun, as many flarpers are prone to do. She's the best character, and you wish you were her. Oh wait, you are her. Your wish has been granted. Probably as a special boon for being so great as everything. Her name is Marquise Spinneret Mindfang, scourge of land dwellers and sea dwellers alike, and worst nightmares to silly boy skylers everywhere. She has accumulated more treasure and gained more levels than any member of the Panagote Seagriff class ever. She gained all the levels. All of them. Yeah! D. Ford. You have a lot to do. So many irons in the fire. Ow! Lousy dice. You can't seem to go anywhere in your hive without stepping on an errant D4. Pointy little bastards. It's just bad luck, you guys. You've had terrible luck ever since your accident. And it just keeps getting worse. As far as you're concerned, the world can't end soon enough. As you were saying, so many irons in the fire. Such a tangled web. It is a web full of flaming irons and mixed metaphors. Tonight is a big night. You have a lot of meddling to catch up on. Bugging and fussing and meddling. Take the dice. That's your weapon? You equip your enchanted dice set, the fabled Fluorite Octet. It consists of 8d8, plundered from a ghost ship during a particularly challenging campaign. In ancient times, such weapons were employed by roving bands of gambling gnats. Gambleignats. Deadly marauders with a passion for chance. They all died off, though. Took too many crazy risks. Rolling the die will execute a wide range of highly unpredictable attacks. Very high rolls can be devastating to even the most powerful opponents. Of course, with the luck you've had lately, you couldn't make a good roll to save your life. Gotta do something about this awful luck. Gotta catch a break. When you get worked about stuff, you put 8s in places that don't really make a lot of sense phonetically. Time to get the show on the road. There are so many people to mess with tonight. After you ditch an unwelcome solicitor first, that is, doesn't she realize how rude it is to meddle? You fuss with her meddling later. What now? Oh, him. You thought he'd wash his hands of you. Strange timing that he's bugging you tonight after so long of a peep from him. Oh God, why... Hello. Oh God, why are you talking to me? This is the last time we'll ever talk. Still sticking with the white text I see. So smooth and stylish. I forgot how much I loved highlighting to read all the boring things you have to say. It's like a fun game for super extra dumbass diaper babies, like opening a present, finding out what obnoxious thing the mystery tool type. What is it? A parting courtesy, I suppose. All the way I've exploited you were meant to bring about the events that will take place this evening. Knowing this will provide context for the events in your near future, which will affect how you behave in the response. These events will be just as important as those preceding it. I've gone to great lengths, you see. You didn't exploit me. You're just a petty douche with a bad temper who likes to play games, and all I did was humor you. I did exploit you very thoroughly. It was easy. So full of yourself. Have I ever lost a game? Don't change the subject. What subject are you referring to? I'm going to log off in a big huff, and you have to promise not to use that nasty trick when you log me back on out of petty douchey spite. And then we can go back to never ever talking, because man, that was heaven when it was like that. There's no need for that kind of assurance. I'll be brief. I no longer hold you accountable for any wrongdoing. In fact, I've given your transgressions very little thought since the incident. If you may acknowledge this amnesty and regard it as sincere, you may begin to find the odds falling in your favor again. This may be essential to you if you are succeeding in your journey. Slow down, man. I'm just wearing out so many pens taking all these important notes. Fuck you for ruining all my good note-taking pens and giving me this terrible cramp in my good note-taking hand. Incredible, the risks you take with your scorn. But of course it was unpleasant, simplistic temperament that made you so easy to control, vicious and predictable, like an insect. If you turn a swarm of wasps on a crowd, the outcome is certain. It takes no skilled strategist to understand this. You were in fact a waste of my talent, a primitive expedient. Black, what a snob. You're worse than my metal friend. I wonder why they waste their camaraderie on you. I'll never understand it. I thought you said you'd be brief. I'll say one last thing. Though the magnitude of the ensuing destruction resulting directly from your actions will be neither positive or necessary for you to fathom, there's nevertheless ought to be a silver lining. The only question is whether you will live long enough to see it. I'm not a gambling man, but if I was, I wouldn't bet on it. Goodbye. This is bye, asshole. More hollow comebacks. A hollow and wishy-washy as one of those dumb black globes. It is so depressing you can't even work up the energy to smash this stupid thing. Maybe you could stand to have some camaraderie wasted on you, even if it came from a metal friend. What? Just wanted to know, is your Lucius dead yet? Huh? What kind of a question is that? Is this a trick? Are you trying to sabotage me? Are you in cahoots with someone? No. Cahoots, I say. You sure to be saying cahoots. I'm just asking because mine's dead. Oh no, what happened? It was just her time. Really? Are you sure it wasn't sabotage? I would suspect sabotage if I were you. There was no plot or conspiracy or any trace of saboteurs operating through this special and magical union one can only describe as being in cahoots with one another. When a virgin mother grub abdicates and renounces brooding, her time will always be relatively short. I always knew this. She was so cool. You had the coolest Lucius of everyone I saw. I wanted to meet her someday. Maybe you still can. Yeah, meet her corpse. I guess that's not bad of a consolation prize, seeing a big dead cool mother grub. Wow, you're so lucky. My Lucius sucks. Why'd you ask if she's dead anyway? Do you know something? They're all dying, or going to soon. I believe it is a preemptive consequence of the game we're about to play. is a preemptive consequence. If a preemptive consequence is a concept that can be said to hold any meaning, but from what I understand, is applicable in any sphere at all than this game that holds that sphere. Okay, I don't really get that. So you can just go and think I'm just some dumb flighty broad again. I wasn't going to think that. You know what? I don't really even understand what you just said, so never mind. Now you have me a little worried. Man, I hope she's okay. Why would this happen? This is just my luck. Have some died besides yours? And you know whose, I guess? Yes, a few. Karkas believes it's his fault. He believes his actions triggered an inconspicuous chain reaction. You mean a curse? Yeah. Between his curse hitting your shitty and my shitty luck, we're so screwed. I was not surprised to see you endorse his paranoia without hesitation, but I was attempting to illustrate a point in bringing it up. Phew, there goes another one sailing over the idiot girl's head. Okay, lay it on me. These events are inevitable, and regardless of whatever emotional entanglements obfuscate their significance, they will ultimately serve an important purpose. The curse had nothing to do with it, and Cockat's notion of a curse is inseparable from his perception of events as intrinsically negative and tailored to his personal satisfaction. Your bad luck is the same way, I believe anyway. Okay. What would happen if you just cleaned up a bit? Don't you think you would step on a few less hard triangles? Why do you try to help me and stuff? What's the point? It's kind of bothersome and insulting sometimes. So I have a messy room. Well, big deal. My luck fucking blows. It's got nothing to do with it, and you just don't even know, meddler. Why are you so meddly, Miss Meddlesome McFussy Things? Because you're dangerous. No way. I'm just fine. Why don't you can it? I mean, every time you tell me to can it, I think it's funny. I mean, it's just a funny thing to say, don't you think? It's okay to be dangerous. A lot of people are, and even dangerous people can be really important. Maybe even the most important sometimes. But it just means there's got to be someone around to keep an eye on them. And if not me, then who? Everyone has an important job to do. Oh, so you're spying on me. Kind of creepy. Man, maybe you should get a life. Or, you know, if you're so high and mighty and think you're so great, maybe you could, I don't know, try and stop me from doing bad things? That wouldn't work. If I tried to stop you, you would regard me as an enemy instead of merely a nuisance. And what good would that do? So I'm afraid McFussy Things it must be. Ugh! Oh, great. Fine. I'm going to check on my Lucius now. But I'm starting to think you're full of shit, and I'm quite sure that she will be quite fine. You're right. Anything can happen, I guess. But just so you know, I'm sorry and lost in your. Sorry for your loss in advance. Ah, man, why didn't I get the last word and sign off real quick like I usually do? Let you sneak that stinking little ninja quip in there. Ah, so mad. Lousy, soupy, goddamn subordinate friend. You go down to like the 50 million scares into her nest below. You wonder if any other kid on the planet has such high maintenance issues. You doubt it. You pass by one of your complicated doomsday devices. You probably build it for an especially powerful and influential member of the nautical aristocracy in return for his collusion during your campaign. Some guy you're in cahoots with. You guess none of it mattered, though. It's tough to build, and it isn't perfect yet. Luckily, one of your pals nearby is pretty handy with technology. He can be tapped for parts and favors frequently. You wonder if any other kids on the planet has as many irons in the fire as you. See, look at this. She's fine. Fine and as hungry as ever. You guess you're relieved? Yes, of course. Phew, why wouldn't you be? It would be devastating if anything happened to your dear sweet custodian. Why is my mother calling me? Hold on. There's no delaying this guy's introduction anymore, as long as we're in the neighborhood. Your name is Equius Zahak. You love being strong. You're so strong, you would surely be in the class of the elite legions of Ruffenaliers. And while such a calling would be quite honorable, you prefer to join the ranks of the Arch-Eradicators, perhaps the most noble echelon of the Imperial forces. Unfortunately, you suck at archery. You've not fired a single arrow. Every time you try, you break the bow. You're simply too strong. You have broken so many bows, it has developed into a habit bordering on fetishistic. You have to stop, but addiction is a powerful thing. You have a great appearance for the fine arts. You use your aristocratic connections to acquire priceless masterpieces. Painted in the oldest and most respected Alternian tradition of the nude muscle beast portraits. The striking depictions of the exquisite fauna native to Alternia remind you of the purest physical idea that must be thought by anyone who professes a love of strength. When those of lesser bloodlines turn up their uncultured noses at such stunning material, it makes you furious. Practically everything makes you furious. You have so much rage, it can only be expressed through a staggering quantity of physical violence. You build sturdy robots, set them to kill mode, and beat the shit out of them in cage brawls. Sometimes you lose teeth, but they usually grow back. You're Centaur's testicle. Now where did that excuse for his custodian go? It makes you furious when he goes missing like this. Probably off somewhere nursing his bruises. You swear the old boy is made of glass. You're starting to get agitated. Arthur, where are you? Oh my god. There he is. He was just preparing an ice cold glass of nutritious Lucius milk, thick with a thick foamy head on it, just the way you like it. You cannot hope to be Arthur in a butler off. He's simply the best there is. You accept the frosty beverage and give the good fellow a grateful pat. Seriously, he's like a soft summer peach. Luscious milk is the secret to being strong. Actually, it isn't. You like to think that, though. The truth is you're really strong because you're kind of a freak. You were chosen by one of the strongest Lucius species on the planet. It was the only sort of Lucius custodian that could handle raising you. Whoops, there goes the glass as usual. And as usual, it sends you into a rage. The spilled milk quickly evaporates. Gotta do something to calm yourself down. Equip a bow. A little archery practice ought to cool you off, but of course the piece of shit snaps like a twig the moment you pick it up. Actually, the feel of the brittle wood giving way under the astonishing might of your mega is enough to start calming you down already. You equip it to your half-a-bow kind specimen, which is pretty much useless. You also keep a plain old bow kind specimen in the event you're able to fire an arrow one day. But for more practical purposes, you keep a fist kind card on hand. You store them all in your Strife portfolio. Remember the Strife portfolio? It still exists. It didn't stop existing or anything. You proceed to have a conversation that we read not all that long ago. But when all was said and done, you were quite sure you convinced your good friend to say on the right thing. Not the team full of degenerates with swill coursing through their veins. You're starting to get worked up a vein. Routine ups, you come down. Maybe we'll talk to another vein. You talk to him every day for some reason. Even though it's not exactly right to call him a friend, since you despise him. Your relationship with the fellow is best to describe. It should be noted that in troll language, the word for friend is exactly the same as the word for enemy. Have I ever told you what a reprehensible disgrace you are? Yeah, like only every motherfucking day, bro. I'm not in a very good mood. There are a few things that I'd like to get off my chest. Motherfucking spill it. Don't be keeping all that shit bottled up. Like a fucking shaked up bottle of Faygo. Fuck, dog, I'm thirsty. I'm down to my last bottle and I don't fucking know anymore. Know if I can get any more in this motherfucking magic land. So I don't know. What you appear to know is exactly how to maximize my livid contempt for you, with your revolting language and your rich sense of decorum, and such breathtaking odds with the richness and perversion of the blood. I just hate you so much. That's cool. I can't be making not everybody happy all the time. And if we ever met, I bet I could bake you a fucking pie and we could be chill and we'd be better bros that way. and the degrees which you pollute your precious blood with your bottled fizzy sugar and sulfuric toxins, maddening. You will stop. Whoa, I will? How do you know that? No, you don't understand. It's not a prediction. It's an order. I command you to stop. All right, brother, you motherfucking got it. What? Are you serious? Yeah, I mean, you gotta show some faith in your friends because they're all the ones who being look out for you. So fuck, if you say I'm not doing the shit right, then what the fuck, motherfucker, do I know? No, this is unacceptable. Okay, let's start over. I apologize. I was completely out of line, and I'm sorry. I have no right to talk to you like that or tell you what you can't do. Oh, no worries. It's not my place. Your habits notwithstanding, I'm lesser than you, an inferior. What? Haha, okay. Don't you understand that you're better than me? Can you please act like it? That's not a command. It's just a polite request, I guess. I can try, but man, I don't know if I know how to be a better motherfucker than any motherfucker. Look, it isn't that difficult. Try to be cognizant of your desires and needs and attempt to regard those around you as simple vehicles to bring about your gratification. Wow, what? What are you doing? Right now, it sounds as if you were playing with the red team. Is that true? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm all up in this motherfucking shit of the wicked mystical motherfucker. I bonked a nymph on the head with a club, and a little later I scared one with a horn. Good, this is very good. It pleases me to hear tales of physical subjugation. I presume these were lesser beings, toiling in the lower ranks of some hierarchy. Yeah, well, they're underlings, and there's some kind of subjugation involved for so fucking sure. But now we kind of settled down, me and the imps are sharing some pie. These motherfuckers are pretty dope, actually. I like them. This fucking guy. Okay, it pleases me considerably less to see you hear things like that, but I already stated I have no right to be disappointed by your conduct. Oh shit, bro. I don't want to disappoint you. What can I do? What can I do to make a brother fucking shape his shit up? If I could make you smile, it'd be the best fucking miracle I ever did part of. Hmm. Would it be too much to ask for you to maybe boss me around a little? You mean like role playing? If it would help to couch it in those terms, then yeah, sure. But not the especially juvenile kind. Let's keep it serious and professional. I'll try, but I'm not very fucking good at anything. Just say anything, as long as it's authoritative. This guy's a masochist! Okay, hey you, don't go near the motherfucking oceans, because I already told you not to a bunch of times. Shit is straight up dangerous. I'm getting my harsh on about it. Decent. I don't live near the ocean though, so it's hard to immerse myself in the scenario. Well, what aren't you supposed to do? What kind of mischief do you get your bad fucking self up to? I do so many bad things, just awful things. I'm incredibly impudent, and a superior needs to put me in my place. Okay, well, don't do any of those bad fucking things, bro. This guy is fucking a masochist. He's fucking what? Yes, that's good. Like that. Cut that shit out. I'm so meaningless. No, tell me this, high blood. I've been roughhousing a little too hard lately. I've made a bit of a mess, and anyone in a position of authority would surely be cross about it. Oh, what? Cross. What do you make of it? This Russian behavior. Fuck, man, I'm so motherfucking salty about all that business you said. Fuck, like I'm moving my mouth and all the wicked noises coming out in the frontiest way possible, and it's going at your direction, because that's the direction. Yes, so good. I'm presently being whipped into a state of contrition, one benefiting of our class disparity. But I'm trying to perspire again, so it's best that we stop. No problem, bro. It's cool that we could all up and motherfucking open up a little bit with each other like bros. If there's stuff you want to get off your chest, dude, like I said, I'm here for you, motherfucker. Kind of like a miracle I'm always there. It never goes away. No, but I comprehend the sentiment. Honestly, I'm confused by the social order. Man, me too. I don't know what fucking color is what. So I don't bother with thinking of that motherfucker. See, that's what I mean. How is it possible for one of your distinction to be so ignorant and loathsome, whereas a member of the most abject verminiest bloodline of all can conduct herself with such grace and possess nothing but admirable mannerisms. I find these striking juxtapositions perplexing, and I confess strangely intoxicating. I wonder what if I had gone mad to form such a pact with her. Well, I have no clue what you're talking about. Who is she? I shouldn't talk about this. You're the enemy. Acquiesce. What? I'm about this metal with so many losers right now. How many? So metal, all the losers, all of them. Good. Use your cunning and venom to make their envy our nobility. Oh man, was that sarcasm? That sounded like sarcasm. No, humorous insincerity is for pedantic wigglers. Psh, I know, you never make jokes. I was the one being sarcastic, you stooge. I was being sarcastic about you being sarcastic, duh. That's because you're a little worse than me. The fuck I am. Anyway, hey, did you finish Aradia's present yet? I'm about to fuss with her and I want to know if you can keep my promise or if you're going to make a liar out of me. It's finished. I'll deliver it shortly. Great. Thanks, buddy. I'll be waiting here for you. Great. Happy to help. However, I understand. I don't understand why you're intent on gratifying that worthless peasant. Oh, because I promised. I want to give Vriska the Sans voice because it's funny. Oh, because I promised that you would, and it's none of your damn business. Man, quit your prying. Always fidgeting and poking and prying. Fine, well, let's proceed with the plan in a curt and professional manner. Agreed. So just to review, we will let Aradia perpetrate a cute ploy on Solix and usurp his power. Yes. Isn't it really funny when these chums try to get all tactical and underhanded? It's really adorable. It doesn't fit her character, though, honestly. Anyway, she makes her little paragraph, and that's when we both step in and usurp her as co-leaders, right? That's the plan. Okay, good. Then the best team will be led by the two highest bloods, the way it should be. Or wait, the highest bloods who aren't shitty clown worshippers or underwater freaks. Sound good? Yes, we're in absolute agreement. Yes, 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 yes. Stop. Great, what a great team we are. Hey, you wouldn't be planning anything sneaky, would you? No, don't be absurd. Are you? How could you suggest such a thing? Man, so insulting. Okay. Perfect. We have the perfect plan, and no one is plotting any sort of double crossings or backstabbery or anything. There are no strings up my sleeves. Also, I don't have any sleeves. I'm as transparent as I can be, and my word is my bond. I know. Don't worry, dude. I can trust you completely. You know, I can feel you trying to read my mind. Bullshit. Just another one of your many daily rage aneurysms. Why don't you cool your jet and have a glass of gross muscle beast milk? Get out of my head. It's making me angry. Try to remember who built your arm for you. Oh, good. Don't you dare. Oh, God. Don't you dare. You delve deeper to where you storm your robotic projects. The lair doubles as the caged arena where you battle them. Under this tarp is your complete gift. You, of course, have no intention of delivering this to your neighbor as promised. You naturally will double cross your accomplice, just as she assumes the same. Just as you assume she plans to double cross you. You assume she is assuming the same of you. Business as usual for blue bloods. You deliver it to Aradia yourself to gain her favor, then double cross her and take your rightful position as a team leader. How ironic that someone of your blood purity must work to win the favor of the lowest sort of peasant. Humiliating, strangely titillating even, but in the end, class order will be restored. You reveal her sparkling new chassis. You've paid a great deal of attention to detail for quality in this model. You don't know what to make of the feeling she stirs. For one, you would like to entertain thoughts of attraction for genetic filth would be like utter depravity. What? Why, dear Aradia, it appears in the red glass of your eyes caught the pink and green glint of the moons in their pedigrees. The sweet poetry almost makes a man forget how the grime that once filled your veins made his stomach turn. It is a good omen for illicit lovers. Could you imagine the scandal if they ever found out? But worry not, your humble pud no more that despicable red sludge. You have been given a new heart. You have been taught the ways of the class you were always meant for. No one is beyond redemption. Be grateful, Dita Radia. For the first time in your meaningless life, you have met a man with real compassion. What do you think you're looking at? Keep your cold judgment, mechanical judgment for yourself, as if your own record is so spotless. Don't forget who made you. Oh, what's that? My, that is a smart mouth you have. That was the last straw. An example must be made of this insubordination. Example. Robo explode. Pop. The competitive Doomsday Dice Test Cascaders unfortunately activated. The lousy thing breaks. You can't believe how unbelievably shitty this Doomsday device is. Oh fuck, he's about to die! No! Spider-Man! Arthur! Months earlier, Vriska meddle with Terezi. It looks like tonight we will have to break our truce, or at least suspend it. Hope you don't mind. How do you figure that? Because tonight we will play a game together. From the first time, I don't even know. And I don't even know. Forever. The truce wasn't about not playing games together, dummy. It was about not stabbing each other in the back anymore, and stopping the endless cycle of revenge. And above all, not using your powers to hurt people who don't deserve it. Man, you like to give me such a hard time about all that. I can't catch a break. Can't you see him trying to put all that behind me and make amends with everybody? No, of course you can't see that. What am I saying? It's hard to believe you with all the lying you've done. Your blueberry bubblegum words still smell pretty good, but your deceit stinks. I'll prove it to you. I'm giving Aradia a present that'll make her feel all better, finally. Then I'll be in the clear. Phew, totally redeemed. You'll see. Smell. Is she the one who caused the accident to got her eyes poked out? Oh my god, Vriska just fucking, ruined... She's probably also the one that killed Aradia, right? Then I'll be in the clear. Phew, totally redeemed. I don't know why you bothered trying to help her. She won't care. Whatever it is you did to her, I think you broke her brain. It's so terrible. Man, why can't you cut me some slack for once? It's not like I ever did anything bad to you. I lost 7 eyes, but you only lost 2. I would say that you actually came ahead of the bargain. I know, and actually, I really never got the chance to thank you. Oh, your sarcasm really stinks when here I am trying to be nice. Okay, I guess I deserve it. I'm serious, though. I don't expect you to get that. Ah, fine, be that way. You shouldn't sit there and pretend we're so different. Remember Team Scourge? How convenient all that much be to have forgotten. You were so nasty. Oh man, if you crossed Terezi Pyrope, you were done. Isn't Pyrope the name of that one Undertale enemy? Is that an intentional reference? Maybe. Yeah, if you were a bad guy, we were supposed to be like vigilante duo dispensing justice, and you could take the bad guys home and feed them to your spider. But as a sudden, you just fed everybody and lied and lied and lied. Yeah, those were the days. I mean, days filled with mistakes and regret. But it was still a lot of fun watching you dismantle huge teams of flarpers with nothing but politics and head games without even using any special powers. Wow. Meh. Come on, what do I have to do here? Oh no. Well, if you want to know what I think, you should start changing your tune. Because even though you've got all these high-flying morals and fancy reservations, you know as well as me that a killer is a killer is a killer. There ain't no changing your ways for good. And one day you're gonna flare that silly little cane of yours and not gonna find anything to bump into and fall face first into the shit again. And you're gonna do something terrible to somebody and wish you could take it back, but you can't. And then you work harder to try to win back their trust, and you try and you're trying to try and try, and you see how hard it is. I'm not reading the like typing quirks because I'm not going through all that. I doubt it. You'll see, I'm whispering, and that is echoing and ominous. You'll see. You'll see. Oh, will you can it, Circuit? Ha 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 ha. Whoa, what was that? What was what? There was like a really loud explosion outside my hive. Wow, really? And then another one, and now something that sounds like an avalanche. Well, if I had to guess, it was probably two explosions and an avalanche. So that dumbass is probably punching robots again. I'll go outside and look. Okay, try not to get burned and crushed to death or anything. That would be awful. Okay. How is he? Okay, he can't walk though. Probably never will. Maybe he could be fixed with robo prosthetics if you wouldn't mind getting help from, no, neither he nor I should have ever have anything to do with those hateful subs. It was a big mistake. No offense. That's okay. I'm a little too teal for their taste anyway. I don't see why they lift a finger and help him. They hate us both so much. I'm so mad. I hope you're not thinking of doing anything in retaliation. It'll end badly. You should let me handle it. I'm not scared of her. She can't control me. She tried. It doesn't work. I know, but trust me, if you piss her off, she'll find a way to get you. This is really tricky. Just let me deal with it. But it was my fault. I was distracted when I could have helped him. I was too. We were both distracted by the same thing. Yeah, who was he anyway? Pretty sure it was Vriska's friend. What was he doing there, watching us? Who knows? He's not really her friend, though. You should see how he talks about her behind his back. She has no idea how bad he's playing her. But then again, I don't think he knows how bad she's playing him either. It's really it's complicated. You really need to stay out of it and let me deal with this. I guess so. I feel powerless just sitting here doing nothing, though. It's like she wins, even if you get her back. Don't think of it that way. I know how to stop her. Trust me. I guess our gaming days are over, then. For us four, at least. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with her. It's probably the best you listen to advice of your friend, and yet the voices are lucid as ever. They urge you to make her pay. It's a shame to have come to this. You don't like summoning the spirits of the dead to settle scores, but if she had to face her victims again, maybe she'd feel remorse. And that is actually going to be where we end the stream. Because my voice is fucking shot, dude. Is anyone live right now? No? Alright, goodbye.